trusty P4AR, it's a part of my arm. Hot fuzzy on the comms, a voice that's full of charm. He's in his Cutlass black, the cargo bay is clean. Just got back from Grim Hicks, a profitable scene. He says, Sloppy, come on, let's go get some loot. I hear a trade route's bustling, we'll get 'em at the root. 'Cause we're hot, fuzzy, and sloppy eyes, the best in the verse. Taking your cargo, for better or worse. You got your refined or your Laranite, your gold. We'll have it all sold before your comms get cold. We're the kings of piracy, the scourge of the sky. Just two space scoundrels flying high. We're flying through the asteroids, a dusty rocky maze. A C2 is on the scanner, lost in a quantum haze. Hot fuzzy fires the sucker punch and cuts the power with a spark. The big ship's dead in the water, just a target in the dark. I'm evaing over, my helmet's getting cold. The pilot's on the comms, a story to be told. He's begging, please no FPS, my cargo's all I've got. I just grin beneath my visor and say, buddy, it's for the pot. 'Cause we're hot, fuzzy, and sloppy nice, the best in the verse. Taking your cargo, for better or worse. You got your refined or your Laranite, your gold. We'll have it all sold before your comms get cold. We're the kings of piracy, the scourge of the sky. Just two space scoundrels flying high. He's got a mission box full of contraband gear. Hot fuzzy's already got it, screaming, get over here. We're wrestling in the cargo bay, a funny zero-G fight. I saw it first, man, it's the rule of the night. He says, I flew the ship, you're just the hired muscle, see. I just laugh and hit him with a med pen for a little bit of spree. This is the life we live, the life that we choose. A couple of space bums with nothing left to lose.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we're live.
We're live. What are we doing, Fuzz? What's the goal for the day?
Dude, it is money making Mondays. We're gonna sit here, we're gonna chat about Citcon coming up here, what we think may or may not come out, ships, New systems, maybe. And of course, conspiracy talk. And this conspiracy talk conversation will be brought to you by Ace Shogun Toiletries, because when you think about using the bathroom, think about using Ace Shogun.
Oh no.
By the way, there's your complimentary cruise looks.
Mm. Here. This will keep you awake.
What the hell is-
Wait, what? No, not that. The coffee cup.
Hold
Coffee,
on
what are you
here,
doing?
hold on here. Placeholder? What is this?
Why'd you get? Leave my rock alone,
It's my rock now. It's not a boulder.
dude. It's my pocket rock.
It's your pocket rock.
Pocket rocket. I mean, pocket rock. Pocket rock.
I just dropped it on the ground somewhere. I don't know where it went. Oh well.
Oh,
Is it tinfoil hat time?
dude, it is. All right.
I mean, you're basically in a tinfoil hat right now.
I'm the guy that the tinfoil hat people talk about. Okay.
You are the tinfoil hat.
I am the tinfoil hat. All right. So. Conspiracy theory. If you looked at the ship list and what they're coming out with, they said like the Paladin's coming out, and what was that other ship they were talking about coming out? There was like two ships, right? The Paladin, something else?
Perseus.
No, not the Perseus.
I don't know. I saw some stuff about, maybe Apollo version, cargo version, a few other ships.
Hear me out. It's not a cargo. It's a BLD version. For base building, we're getting base building at Citcon. They've had it done since 4.0 when it dropped, but they were just waiting for engineering.
I mean, it is possible. Probable?
Now, possible. Yes.
Okay, if they come out with like the version that they had back at Citcon last year, where it was, the initial prefabs, give us a hangar, give us a couple buildings. Nobody is gonna care if it's massive building or not. They just want something.
Something.
Just like, let me craft some weapon ammo, let me craft ammo for my guns. Let me craft, some basic mods or whatever. Shit, I'd be happy with any of it.
Okay. Why do you think they didn't release? Oh my god.
We'll be fine, don't worry.
Oh my god. Why do you think they didn't release engineering at 4.0 when they said they were going to? Because I think this has to do with Citcon and what's coming out up next.
Whoa, that instantly connected.
Because, like, hear me out on this. That's going pretty fast, isn't it?
Yeah,
Alright.
that was instant.
Cool. Anyways, I think they were going to bring out engineering, but then something happened. Maybe they realized they had to like finish base building first. So
Okay.
conspiracy theory, we're getting base building and crafting and engineering all at the same time.
Dude, that would be a lot.
Yeah. But I think it's because it intertwines with each other so much that they need it. What's your thoughts?
Do you think it's tied into when we talked about this last, the Genesis thing? So if they're waiting on this to be ready and they're gonna do a complete re-overhaul of everything anyway, like to update it with Genesis.
So you don't fall through the planet when you place your base down.
I mean, maybe. I feel like they haven't, like, okay, they've come out with some content. Don't get me wrong. There's been content here and there, but all of it feels like prefab testing to me for something more.
Yeah.
Why put 120 Onyx sites out there? Do you think they were just testing bot capacity in system side for servers?
I think they were doing a couple things. One, on like a technical aspect, I think they were testing it out to make sure it worked in all these different areas. They could test out the loads of it on the server, yada yada yada. Because especially if you have like 120 of that shit running at the same time or whatever, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn, we got a red. Um, I also think they're they're testing player behavior, and I mean like they're testing. Oh, do people actually want to do these? Can we get away with 10 of them instead of 120 or 12 instead of 120? Can we get away with, you know what I mean? Like, what is the proper number? How long are people actually going to do this for? What do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah, no, and I don't disagree. Now, anything new and shiny, people are going to go to for the first couple days, right? Like,
exactly.
it doesn't matter what it is, and it doesn't matter what you think, but people are going to go after the new and shiny thing every single time.
Okay. So it's been 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it's been. Are
With the
people still
new
doing it?
Onyx,
Hmm.
I mean, they're doing it, but I don't think it's being done near as much. I think they buffed, like, I'm seeing a lot more of the quote unquote rarer armor. Like, we had what? We did that on Saturday, and the guys got a full set of the red cobalt or
That's,
whatever.
that's not the rare armor, dude.
No, I know the Meyer is, but we have seen multiple of the Meyer, and I haven't done it more than a handful of times that I've seen like 3 or 4 pieces drop.
Yeah, but they changed the payment method. So it's no longer like, oh, we need the rare armor that's extremely rare to get. And then on top of it, we need like nothing to actually upgrade it. You know what I mean? To upgrade it was what, a couple ASD drives?
Yeah,
That's not much. Now if you want to do it, you have to do this full ass run. You have to get the R recumbent RGL XT, what is it? XTL 1, 2, and 3, 5 of each.
but Lennox, you got the set, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it took you what, 15 runs?
You need to do, yeah. Well, I did like 20 because I didn't know initially that I needed those specific recumbents. So, but yeah, 15.
I mean, that's all. That's not too terrible for a cool, unique looking armor set.
Yeah. I mean, how do I put this? I think 15 runs is the right amount of runs. I think if you go like, remember when we were talking with Pep
Dude, he
and he
did like
was doing,
200.
he did like 100, he did 120 or something like that, or 160, right? And it was just go in, 5 minute run each side, 5 minute this side, 5 minute that side, 5 minute this side, 5 minute that side, 5 minute this side, and it was just over and over and over and over. Like that gets boring.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it does. If you're just grinding out armor, like WoW had that same problem. Every
Oh
game has
yeah.
that problem where you have to like grind out for one specific piece of armor and it's all RNG and there's no way to get what you really want. And then like, oh, well, if not, I have to go buy it from the player market at, 12 million or whatever it was going for a chess piece, or 20 million at the very start if I wanted it, right away. I think it came down to what, 5 million
It's
towards the
probably
end.
a couple mil right now if you want to get it, because but again, that's typical for the first few weeks.
Yeah, but like 100 and we'll say 100 let's do 120 runs at 5 minutes a pop. You know? That's it's like what, 10 hours? Am I making that up? Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, give or take. It felt like a lot more talking to them. Because what was it? Maybe 10, 15 minutes for the full research and NG completion?
Towards the end, he was saying he was legitimately doing it 5 minute speed run down, 5 minute speed run, like 5 minute per side, engineering and
Okay.
research.
So let's say it's 15 minutes round trip, you dumping the gear back in your hangar. Let's give it respectively 15 minutes for your
Okay.
average person.
No, for which one though? You're saying 15 minutes. Are you saying for the site B?
For
No.
no, for research and NG combined.
Geist,
Oh, okay.
the Geist armor, the ASD Geist.
Yeah, that's quick. Yeah, because you don't have to do the mini game.
I mean, that's still a lot of time invested. It's a lot of time.
Whereas this one, technically, if you know what you're doing and you're really good, or if you know what you're doing, you can get it down to about half an hour, right? Is that
Sure,
Yeah.
that'd be
maybe 45 minutes for like the average guy that's doing it once or twice a week? But that's if you're playing 3 hours a night or 2 hours a night, that's pretty much your night there for 1 or 2 runs.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you're
it
looking
is.
at 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like look, we're no lifers, right? So we we could get it in 2 days if we really wanted to.
Yeah,
Maybe even a
probably.
day if we pushed it.
Dude, it automatically connected. Oh my god, it's working. I didn't even have to do anything.
Nice.
Didn't even have to do a get out of the patented hot fuzzy get out of seat method. Oh my god, it's working. All right, sorry.
You're delivering everything, 100%.
Wookie chimes in. He's like, "What? All sea missions working? Hold my beer."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working beautifully right now.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
No, but yeah, like as was saying, you're just gonna get the Meyer armor regardless of the runs doing it, and you just need to spend the time to get the recumbent things from Wicklow
sure.
or for Wicklow. So
So if
It's
it's
twice the grind if you want to go for the gun, though. You got to get 15 more runs in.
yeah,
so, would you rather have it be 10 to 15 runs per for a thing, or have to do it with complete RNGesus, and you could have 300 runs before you get the whole set, or it could be in 2 runs if you're lucky, like super lucky. For Geist, like comparison, what would you prefer, RNG or consistent basis? Like you're gonna get this X, Y, and Z per run regardless.
hmm,
I like a little of both. The RNGesus feels fun, but like you were saying, this doing it, 100, even 50 times, I'm gonna be going nuts.
yeah. Well, how about this? What if you could do one or the other? What if you could
Well,
like,
well, the Meyer is both though, because you have the RNG aspect of it where it's a non-rare item you have to get, but you have to get the full set first, right? So it's not as bad as the ASD grind, the ASD set for Geist,
But
and then you turn it into Wicklow.
it's still
but
less RNG.
hear me
Right,
out.
but it's still it's both still.
What are you thinking, Slop? What are you thinking?
Hmm?
What are you thinking?
Oh, I don't know, man. That was a quick run though. That was quick onload, quick offload. That was beautiful.
Yep. Get it? Well, it's gettable.
Shit.
These are usually the opposite. Finicky and so I think for something like you have the cards for the ships, right? Exit hangers, those are guaranteed. Like if you get there and the timer's up, it's guaranteed for you. It's, let's say it's 2.5 3 hours round trip. If you're able to do it fairly quickly, that's really really low time sink for what you're getting out of it, right? You're getting a freaking executive ship with ridiculous parts and all that stuff. This is just for an armor set. It's basically
Yeah.
a skinned armor set.
But you also wear your armor set. Like it's a what's the word for it? It's a bougie item, right? It's all about bragging. That's it, right? It's just about showing off. It's not like it gives you any benefits over any other armor set. Same with the Wicklow, or same with the Geist armor. Same with, you know, the Enduro armor. Technically, you get a little bit of rad or something, right? Isn't that what they say? Or you're supposed to?
It's supposed to, but when we
Oh,
were, because I was in the Morozov the other day and you were in the Enduro, and we were both at the exact same rads suit
yeah.
and stuff. And he, so that doesn't really make a difference right now. But I suppose you're not wrong on that. The armor is, a little more shown off than the ship. You're at station. You want to look good. You want to be like, hey, look at me. I got this. You don't. Ha.
And also, dude, part of the ship stuff was just to get your parts. I mean, that was the only way to get the military parts, right?
I
You got to
mean,
go through.
F7A, F8C. Some pretty spicy ships, especially the F7. I think they should make it more challenging for the execs, personally. But I get that. I agree with Tia. There's risk. But it's a pretty short run through to obtain that kind of.
Okay,
Good item.
but not every. That's from our perspective. That's not from
Sure.
the average player's perspective.
Sure. That's 100% valid. Because that's a game loop we thoroughly enjoy.
Okay, how many people have we run this with where they didn't do PTU, they didn't know life PTU for, you know, 2 weeks or whatever it was. They didn't they didn't run every single last little nook and cranny of it to find every last little spot. You know what I mean? How many people know about the burgers?
No one.
That's what I mean. Like, not everyone knows about. A lot of people do. Don't get me wrong. If you PvP, you know about the burgers. But how many people did we have to drag down there to show them that?
I mean, it still surprises me how many people we get, even just in chat, just chilling, new players that join in with us that haven't even been to Pyro, and they've been playing for a good bit of time.
Like, a bunch of people, when they start playing, this isn't their. They don't have 10,000 hours in Rust or 9,000 or whatever. They don't have 10 or 20,000 hours in World of Warcraft. You know what I mean? They have 400 hours, maybe, combined in a bunch of their video games.
Yeah,
And they
you're
don't
not
know, like,
wrong.
get off station or get off planet immediately. They don't realize that. They don't realize the time sink. They don't, like, oh. Shit, when I first started playing this, I barely left planet at the start because I was like, I kind of like Microtech. I like Ghost Hollow. I like doing all these bounty missions and stuff like that. It's a good way to make money. Nowhere else is really making money. Like, how many people, how do I put this right, are just missing out on like 95% of the game?
Probably the vast majority of the player base still.
Because, like, they might do cargo running. They don't know there's also, butt pucker runs out of Saccharin's plot. They don't know about that kind of commodity. They're probably just touching the surface of scraping. But they don't know, oh well, if you use an abrade rather than a trawler, or if you use this, or go here, and like how many people just do missions instead of going out and looking for panels?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
especially for your vulture runners. Like,
you know, what I mean? Like there's a lot of new players that just don't know what they're doing. It's not their fault.
no.
I mean, you figure the average player base we come across is what, 30 to 50, 30 to 45. How many of those people have time to go no life a game and max out every rep? So they just don't have the ability, they don't have the time, they don't have the effort, the care. Like I just want to go on and play something for 2 hours a day. Take my mind off work.
So how do you get them to go out then? Or do they
You have to
even
take
want
them
to?
out. Well, that's the thing, right? You have to take them out. And if they don't want to, then they don't want to, but they're not going to go exploring on their own. So if you're RSI, if you're CIG right now, right? And you're like, "Oh, I want to get these new players out experiencing stuff." Well, it's an alpha. Do I want to waste time with that right now? Do I want them testing all the new things I'm putting out that are going to be extremely buggy and they're going to play for, 2 or 3 times, crash, DC, not get a payout, and then leave for 2 months? Do I just leave them to go scrape low level hulls somewhere? Like that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's valid. Okay, on a different note, Tia's bringing up in chat about material quality. Have you seen? I haven't done any PTU. I've been trying to stay off of it just because things change in the PTU too much, right? Like, rather wait for it to be released out for the actual alpha test and send her when it comes out. Do you think the Vulture is going to outperform a Reclaimer if you have multiple Vultures for the good new materials?
For the good new materials.
Like if you have 3 Vultures going out, like
I don't
three
think.
guys in Vultures.
Mhm. I don't think so. For one simple reason. If you have 3 people in a reclaimer, we'll say 2 up in the head, 1 in the butt, right? You're going to pull in probably 1800 SCU an hour, 1600 SCU an hour, right?
Yeah, if you're munching missions like we were doing the other day, yeah, absolutely, easily.
So you can probably do 2 or like there's such limited space in the vulture. It's all coming out in ones,
That's the
right?
other thing. Ugh.
Even if you min max that space, you get like 33 or something, and you have to go outside to properly shove the first 2 containers in the doorway, and then you got to line up that one side, and you got to go in, you got to keep printing out, and you got to leave like a pathway open so you can keep going in, and you know what I mean? Like you gotta to min max that space, it takes an extra 10 minutes. Well, extra 5 minutes. You got to pull everything out again. You print off like 2 more, and then you can throw it in that little corner. Um, but you're only coming back with, what is it, 36 SCU? 36 for 20 minutes. right?
Vulture will pull in 60% better material, but 60% better material at 600% volume. I don't know. I think the Reclaimer is going to just demolish the Vulture.
It doesn't matter, dude. Like the amount of time it would take to offload all those ones, even if like now you're talking about having 3 or 4 people there, you're only going to pull off what, maybe 400 SCU an hour, and I'm being generous
With a Vulture? Yeah.
with
That
3
would be
vultures.
that'd be very generous. I was gonna say maybe 100 SKU an hour per person is a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe you have 3 people, maybe they know what they're doing. You get an extra run in. Okay, so 400 SCU an hour, and a reclaimer can just dumpster on that in terms of actual numbers. Like that reclaimer is going to pull in easy 16 to 18 an hour.
Now, do you think the better, quote unquote, better grade materials? So if I munch,
Sheriff.
it's Sheriff. If I munch an 890 jump,
Yeah.
it's a huge monster, high quality parts or whatever. I'm spitballing stuff for a Polaris or whatever, something big
Mhm.
at 20% efficiency, quote unquote, for better parts, but I'm getting insane volume. It's going to be impossible to defeat that with a Vulture. I just don't see it happening.
Well, let's put it this way. If you're getting 60% better with the vulture, but you're pulling in, we're saying 3 people pulling in whatever. You know what I mean? 400 an hour, but you're pulling in 4 times that amount. That's 400% the amount with the same number of people. So 60% doesn't mean shit at that point.
Yeah.
Enemy Bushwookie. But yeah, man, I think the Reclaimer is still going to be group friendly. Like it's going to be the best one overall to go out with a group. And if you have to have minimum group of 2 people, we say, you know what I mean?
Come on.
Is this the first one?
First hiccup. Yeah, I'm trying all the finagly things first. Then I'm gonna go in and out of the box and see if that works. If not, then we'll just jump away and jump back.
Cool. So
Usually that will work.
I don't think anything's going to be the Reclaimer at this point in time. Don't get me wrong. If the how they said, oh, one of the new ships is coming out, or one of the new releases is getting a variant, dude, if that's like an Apollo Reclaimer version where you can hold 100 or 200 SCU in it, then maybe you know what I mean.
Adjusting vehicle configuration for cargo.
Okay.
Oi, mate.
Oh, come on. Do it. You son of a bitch. Work. Okay. Jumping away and jumping back. And I'm blaming the Vandal that's next to me.
Rude.
Gonna grind RMC on a Paladin. How you gonna do that?
Gonna grind your MC on a pat. Wait, what?
I mean, we're gonna be grinding plenty of ships on the Paladin, grinding them into
Yeah.
space dust. That's right.
Ooh, starting with the Perseus. I mean,
Zed's not here.
oh yeah.
All right, on the note of the Perseus, epic or flop?
Gonna have to wait to see for sure. I think it could be epic.
I think it's gonna be, if they make the cannons shootable from, let's say, 5-6K out, I think it will be something that's good. The issue you're going to run into, especially right now, that railguns, in my opinion, railguns should be bespoke to the M. But that's my opinion on that one. But with a railgun one-shotting a hammerhead, I don't see it being much more durable than a hammerhead, because if you're going to have it that much more durable, then you're getting to capital class durability. So it is not a cap ship. I'm betting it's going to have, let's say 300k hull health, maybe 350 area, something like that. It's going to be 1 S3 shield, if I remember right, maybe 2.
In the purse?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going off to the page. Give me a sec.
And I'm sure that's subject to change, but I mean, what's up, David? How you doing?
Yeah, dude. Here we got systems. It's saying it's got 2 shields.
Okay,
So
so
it's
2
gonna have-
S3.
Yeah, it's gonna have 130 SCU of shields. Or sorry, HP of shields.
Is it bubble or not? What's the other one?
If it's a S3, it's going to be non-bubble.
Quads. Yeah.
It's going to be the
Yeah.
quad section shields. Quadrant. But even with armor implementations on it, I still think a railgun's going to, probably 2-shot it. So you're going to have to be smart with your positioning, or use other cap ships as a shield, basically. Position behind the cap ship so that they can't railgun you, and then swoop out, burst fire, get back into cover in between shots.
I still think there's gonna be some kind of fighter play in there where you gotta lure the guy to look a different direction with your fighters, and then you jump in behind him.
Oh my god.
Did it work?
What's up, Rush?
Reduced maneuverability of the Idris.
Adjusting vehicle configuration for cargo transfer.
I think they should nerf the railgun down to a size 1.
Yep. Size 1 railgun on the Idris. You heard it here first, folks. I don't know, man.
Work.
I still think there's going to be a change up when engineering comes out or something like that, or maybe before 1.0, where they put that railgun in the power of the guns or the weapon seat or whatever it is.
Yeah. I think they need to put something like that, or like we were talking about, a little mini game for the engineer to use.
I think it's gonna be both, man. I think it's a super powerful weapon. It's a size 10 railgun. Even if you had 3 people on there, nothing else is really gonna do that much damage.
No, not
Like
even.
no other combination, even the mole. You know what I mean? Like
Nothing even comes close. We might be in trouble.
all right.
I've done the full shebang now.
You want to just dump it all off out of area, and then
Dang it.
All right.
Worked so well that first one. I had hopes.
Yeah. All right. So if you had to, like, if they put the railgun attached to the weapon seat in the Idris, right, which is like the back right seat on the bridge, and maybe you had to change a fuse or some engineering mini game where you have to like throw some levers and shit, that makes sense.
Something. It needs something. There is no ship with anywhere close to that. Not even in 5% of the damage of that thing. I'm gonna try going in and out one more time here.
All right. Well, I'm up on the seat, so we'll just jump out of area, toss it all off, and start again.
Yeah. And yes, we are doing the little watch party action. Come on, baby. Work for me.
There's a smoking turret next to us. What? Did you get a new cargo bay this time compared to the other one?
Yeah, it was a different cargo spot.
Shit. It's definitely just got to be those small containers on the on it. You know what I mean? So there's a small container on the back bottom and the top front and top right side. Can we just toss those off and see if that works?
Nah, we're just gonna reset the whole mission at that point.
Okay. Because apparently your people are losing rep now or something like that.
For nixing a mission?
Yeah.
Let me look. Nope.
Cool.
Alright. Chuck away, sir.
Am I tossing shit off the side now? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone want some hydrogen? Do you want a new Vandal ship? Wouldn't mind
What's
a
it
new
called again?
Vandal ship.
The Stinger or something? Is that the
Stinger.
new one?
What do you think that's gonna be? Another light fighter variant, or you think it's gonna be a heavy?
I mean, I don't know. The name suggests, you know, kind of light to medium. In my mind, you know, Stinger, it's not like, I don't know. But it definitely could be a heavy fighter.
Hmm.
Dude, what if it was like a Connie level ship? Like a Connie size ship. They just been keeping fucking hidden.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. There isn't really... Okay, so you have what? The Connie and the Corsair for that size. Suppose you could put the Carrack in there, the 400i. Carrack's a lot bigger, never mind. Like
I
for
mean,
a
the Apollo is
fighter-ish.
well, fighters, yeah. I mean, the Apollo is apparently the same size, give or take, of the Connie.
Yeah, but that's strict med, right? Like, its role is medical. It doesn't have the firepower. I'm saying comparative firepower for the size.
None.
Nothing comes close to the Connie or the Corsair. So if this flops again, want to just go back and we'll do frickin' Hull C with scrap? And bring out the M2 or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise, it's going to be mole mining. Oh, shit. Sent one your way. Because Star Wars does want to get that Polaris, right? If we went out and did some mole mining, maybe we could toss him some quant to get his Polaris bits.
I mean, how much do people sell Polaris bits for?
Well, you need like 25 or 50 of them. That's the problem.
Well, if you could make the money more efficiently. I don't know. The Wicklow ships, pain.
For all the Polaris bits, I think it's like 12 million if you buy just the Quantanium.
What did you do?
How many people have we known? Well, you know what? It was honestly just Deku, I think, that got scammed for like a ton of money.
Yeah, he got shafted hard.
And also, are we gonna be able to guarantee that it's not all dupe shit off of UEX that he's getting, and then he loses it the next patch?
Nope.
So it might be
You
better
can't
just to do
guarantee
that
him
stuff
losing
ourselves.
all of it the next patch either.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's the other thing is if I'm gonna put time into something, I wouldn't do it into a Wicklow ship. Because ships are notorious for going bye-bye. And that's
Yeah.
something like, okay, you lose a 5 million ship or a 10 million ship, you're talking about hundreds of millions in stuff. That ain't no small game. Okay, abandon. Oh yeah, you can just hit submit anyway. And get nothing. And you
Hey,
don't lose any rep. See, you get no money. If Wicklow was hanger bound, I would say, hell yeah. I'd go for it. Like, if I knew it was hanger bound for the next foreseeable future, I'd be okay. See, that would be a good way for them to do a lot of those things. Is just hanger bound it till 1.0.
until 1.0, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about dozens and dozens or hundreds of hours of grind and stuff.
All right. So if you found out it was hanger bound until 1.0, would you grind out a Polaris? Would you grind out an Idris?
Yeah, I would. Because then I'd know I'd have it for at least the foreseeable few months. That's a lot different than it could disappear in a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so CitizenCon Saturday. What do you think the first thing they're going to talk about is? First thing.
Whatever it is they're releasing.
Do you think they're going to open up with the big news? Star Kitten skins? That's probably accurate.
The Polaris Star Kitten skin. Turns the fins on the back into kitty ears. Oh, sorry, whiskers. My bad. Whiskers. But I don't know, man.
All right. Do you think they're going to open? I think they're going to open with Squad 42. That's
Squad 42 release date.
Squad 42 coming whenever.
But they said they weren't going to do anything for Squadron 42 during the Citcon.
Yeah, but what they're going to open with. Not I don't think they're going to go into a huge talk on it. I think they're going to be, if they do anything Squadron 42, they're going to be like releasing Q3 of 2026 or something like that.
Do you think they're actually going to release it this coming year?
I don't know. I don't know. Look, they have a history of saying they're going to release shit and not releasing it. They have a huge history of saying they're going to release shit and not releasing it. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they're just like, you know what, it's going to be 2027. Sorry, guys.
All right, we're loading.
You're trying to make so if you're trying to make a big Citcon thing, you're trying to do this. You're trying to get like the biggest impact you can on the community. You're trying to get them hyped. You're trying to bring back all the old people. You're trying to bring, get new people, bring back old people, and satisfy the ones you've got. So maybe they're just going to go over everything all at once. They're going to be like, all right, over the next X amount of hours, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, how did they say how long it's supposed to be? Like a couple hours, or?
No, at least I haven't seen
2
any
hours.
official time frames.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be 2 hours. So if they're only doing
So
2
what,
hours,
2 hour?
if they're releasing Nyx, I think they're going to be talking about it right away. I think they're going to drop they're going to have like drop the ships right away.
All right, so CitizenCon direct page. 4 days, 16 hours and 9 minutes away. We're coming to you. So be on Twitch and YouTube, approximately 2 hour show broadcasting live. 1900 UTC on Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's what, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock our time-ish?
And I think this is going to be right around the time they drop a patch too. Or it might be right before they drop a patch. Maybe they'll drop a patch at the end of it. They'll be like, oh, and by the way, guys, patch just dropped. And they drop it.
We're loaded already? All right. Yeah, we are.
Are we?
Okay. Cargo complete.
Small mission? Small mission. Cool. I think they're going to talk about the goodies pack and tell you what weapons you're getting. And I think it's going to play into the. Remember when they talked about like shit like FPS scanning and like your armor having a purpose? Like they're going to be mining armor so you can scan nodes, and FPS armor so you can scan people. Wouldn't be surprised if that's in there.
Sheriff, are you actually gonna go to Nyx? Are you gonna bring law to Nyx and try and take us down? I mean, the lawless folk of God damn it. Yeah, we're gonna be there.
Yeah, but
Do you think Nyx will be completely lawless, non-armistice stations?
lawless non-armistice stations. I don't know, dude. I don't even know if they're going to have stations like that. Actually, you know what? Maybe they would.
Wouldn't that be interesting though? Like,
So, Fuzz, remember when they talked about the seal shield technology
mm-hmm.
in last Citcon?
Yep.
Do you think places... Do you think they're going to add new stations in, or they're just going to repurpose old ones?
If the Genesis thing is where they're going, where it's like what?
Well, no, because they
Develop
talked
through
about
it?
you have to go up to space stations to get the actual seal shield technology. You have to, King of the Hill
Yeah.
a space station. Do you think they're going to repurpose those space stations, like Gaslight, Rat's Nest, stuff like that? Or do you think they're going to add in brand new ones?
Hopefully new ones. I mean, they put in new ones for Pyro, so I would hope it'd be themed for Nyx.
Well, it's not going to be in Nyx, it's going to be in Pyro. The seal shield's for Pyro.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, what if they did this? What if they just switched up the storyline? They're like, hey, guess what? Seal shield technology is back and working, and it's created a conflict within the area. Nobody's safe, and they just like open up Gaslight, and it has a contested zone inside of it. And I mean, like, there's no armistice. You want to land on the station, you got to fight to get there.
Or do you want to be? What I'm even talking inside the station. That I think that
Yeah.
would be too far.
No, I'm saying it's a completely lawless station. Like, Gaslight becomes 100% lawless. You have to fight to get there. Once you get there, you can do a mini mission to take over the turrets or whatever. You can do another mini mission to get the whatever you need. You can set it all to a cargo bay that you have to, you have to get your whatever, your resource turn-ins, right? And there's a contested zone to do all the different things. Like say you want control of the turrets, that's one contested area. You want control of the cargo bay, that's another control area. That's another area. You want to like actually activate the resource generation stuff. That's another area, or whatever it is. Or do you think they're going to put in brand new stations?
See, I'm hoping brand new.
Okay.
Personally, I'm hoping brand new. If they're working on the Genesis stuff where it's new gen, I think they're gonna redo everything. At least with the new tech, if
Well,
they haven't already.
I thought Genesis was only for the planets, really.
I don't know. I do not know.
Cargo service request acknowledged.
Yeah, it's known as Planet Tech. That uses data-driven, physics-based rules to generate vast, diverse, and lifelike planetary biomes and locations moving beyond static, handcrafted content. This system uses various data sets, like geology and soil type, to create dense, continuously changing environments with features such as a dynamic weather, natural rock formations, and interactive flora and fauna, enhancing gameplay through more realistic exploration and resource gathering opportunities. So, I think this is the planets. And I don't think the stations are going to be on planets because they've already talked about them being space stations in Citcon, right?
Yeah. See, I wasn't sure if Genesis was like a full rework of stations and everything too. Like, if it's just the planet side, the ground, how the ground's formed, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like it's going to be. And they're saying the major impacts on player gameplay will be improved driving, realistic rock placement, and visibility will make ground vehicle traversal more enjoyable and strategic.
Yeah, it worked. So it's not gonna be like the tank royale where there's a rock every 2 feet that you can't even drive.
Exactly. Worlds will feel more alive with interactive environmental data and the potential for emergent gameplay scenarios. So, like, I'm thinking that's gonna be, they're gonna have like volcanoes and shit spewing up high value ore every now and then. Maybe earthquakes and shit to like, maybe if it's on a dust planet, the wind blows away the dust and uncovers some crazy ore underneath it.
Dude, that'd be so cool. Like, I remember you bringing that up for like bases. Like, if you built a base and it's just sitting there stagnant for a while, it just gets
Like the
covered with
sand just,
dust. Oh,
yeah, the sand just covers it or whatever. Or if it's in the snow, you actually have to like keep your shield tech 100% or the snow just comes like something like that. Or you have to go like not shovel snow, but do something. Like maybe you just take a ship and put its butt towards the ground and just kind of like blast the snow away. Stuff like that would be cool.
or hear me out. The street
Yeah.
sweeper.
The street sweeper, the
What was that
raptor.
called? The raptor?
Yeah. Here we go. Strategic exploration. Dense and unique biomes require more cautious and strategic exploration to navigate and find resources. So that could be, you know what? What if they had like plants that if you flew too close to the ground, they shot out some like tendrils and sucked you into them or something? So
Yes.
like if you want to go mining, you want to go mining for some super valuable like rhyolite and steelron deposits, guess what? It's in this jungle. We're calling it unobtainium. Make sure you don't get speared by the Navi or whatever. Like,
The
do you know what I
Navi.
mean?
Yeah. Indigenous, like, creatures all over the. Mmm.
Like not just marked packs everywhere, but like legitimate.
Hidden. Ooh, that would
Like you
be
just,
pretty cool.
I mean, I'm not saying spiders.
Okay, you think with Genesis they're gonna have caves, more in-depth caves, or even like Grand Canyon-esque kind of things where a bigger ship can't fly into it. You have to take a small ship down into. Oh, that would be so cool. Like
Yeah,
Cooter mining place, the old one.
yeah.
Or for some reason it's gone now, but or we just can't find it. Anyhow, but something extensive like cave system underground. Oh,
Yeah.
for the super rare ore.
Like what if you go down and it's like, hey, there's 5 nodes of Janelite down there. You're gonna walk away with, couple million from it.
But it's in lava.
It's in whatever. It
Yeah.
might be poison. It might be radiation. It might be freaking some other type of poisoning we're not even aware of yet. Maybe it's some sort of like rust accelerant that like rusts your suit so you like lose mobility over time.
See, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. They already have that implemented with the radiation. Like your suit degrades, right?
Mm.
Like you have 5 minutes to mine this stuff, and then your suit's toast. You
Yeah.
either have your suit repaired or have another suit, or whatever.
Like you might have to, yeah. Or what if you got to bring someone with like a geo and then an Icti geo as well? Like what if, you know what I mean?
And hear me out, that is exactly where we build our base, is in the death cave where we can only live for 5 minutes.
I was gonna say on top of it, dude. Right on top of it. It'll be fine.
And David, they did bring up that discovering for new system, how to get to the new systems is going to be a thing. Just to tie that into like discovery stuff. Isn't that like the pathings for sites are supposed to be discover only? Like you'll have to use your data ship, like the freaking Herald. They're coming out with the rework of the Herald, right? Why would they do that? Why would they do that at all?
Because the Herald's the greatest ship in the verse?
Outside of that, yes.
No, legitimately, just because of that. It's the greatest ship in the verse. What are you talking
But I
about?
mean,
It doesn't need anything else.
You saw? Have you seen the picture of it? Like it's got like satellites all
opens
over
up.
it and stuff. Like, looks freaking sick.
I mean, that's probably going to be something like, hey, you want to get onto the space station, or you want to shut down the turrets that the enemy has activated while they're holding the hill or holding the space station? You got to hack it. Guess what? It's you want to use an MSR, you're probably going to be seen. You want to use a Herald, you might get away with it.
Greatest ship in the verse.
Like, dude, I think the MSR is going to come out with the exploration. Like when they come out with Nyx, what if? How do I put this? What if you don't have a map?
Of Nyx? That'd be incredible.
What if you just launch somewhere into the system, and you can see the sun, and
oh
that's
god.
it.
Oh god.
We're fine. We're fine.
So many
Everything's
things.
fine.
So many things.
It's black ice.
Now you'd have to be able to jump in a direction, right, without having a prompt. So
Well, that's with the quantum boost that they were talking about.
So yeah, like just freaking send her, give it 60 seconds in a direction, and see where you land, and scan.
Well, you gotta keep your eyes open too. If you're in the MSR and you just send her for half your fuel tank, looking for planets around you. Or maybe you got to do some, you'll get a mission to go out there, right? They'll be like, all right, here, go out here into Nyx. We have one spot for you, and that's it.
Everything else is you have to find it.
Yeah, they're like something like that.
You got one mission for welcome to Nyx, and it takes you to Nyx's station, and that's it. One station in Nyx, and until you discover it, you're out of luck. Dude, you imagine how much you could sell coordinates for? The initial start of that, if that's the case.
Yeah. Dude, millions. I mean, if we took everyone from chaotic neutral when Nyx drops, and that was the case, we just send her out with MSRs, just map the thing. All right, guys, we're all going to start out here. You jump 10 seconds this way, you jump 10 seconds this way, you jump 30 seconds this way, you jump 30 seconds that way. And we just fly in a straight line, do grid by grid.
Yeah. 100%.
Or even just send it out into a place that sounds like, I'm going 69 degrees because nice. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm going at
Wouldn't you
69
need, like,
degrees
a-
and 69 seconds.
Refueling ship though, to be able to do it
maybe.
efficiently. Is that the Starfarer? Can't remember the name of it.
It is.
Yes.
It would be nice to have the Starfarer out there.
Be nice if it
I
was
got-
working.
I got the Gemini. You want to try it today?
We haven't tried refueling at all. I don't think ever.
No. Too many talks about it blowing your ship up. I'm like, ah, screw it.
But yeah, the Starfarer is supposed to slowly regain fuel as you're flying
No, not exactly.
through like
You have to
clouds
fly-
and stuff or something.
Gaseous areas, and only if you have the regular Starfarer, not the Gemini, because the regular Starfarer has the collection module on the nose or something, whereas the Gemini has the missile module.
Either way, you also can carry a metric crap ton fuel on that thing, right?
Oh, dude, you could fill. If we had 4 people in MSRs, I don't think we'd ever run out of fuel. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's like 10 million to fill up those tanks or something crazy like that.
Yeah, but you'd be able to refuel. You know, think about like the Polaris. The thing's got 700G of jumping capabilities.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to take out a ship to explore, that'd be definitely on my high usage factor there.
Okay, what about... Let me make sure I'm not talking out of my ass. One sec.
So let's look at the MSR. Crusader. MSR. So with... Let's see, the Civ A is usually right up there. You get 290G of jump distance with the MSR. With the Herald... Hold on, they have PTU updated numbers too. So let's see if that's any different just for curiosity's sake. Doesn't appear so. Yeah, 290. The Drake Herald with the Atlas 92. Oof.
Oh no, the Drake Herald isn't going out at all. It's not. Like, you might take that on your Polaris.
So if that's the case, if this patch comes out, or you know, if that's the next upcoming patch after this, that's going to be 4.4 or whatever. Probably going to pick up an MSR in game then, for sure.
And what about the Carrack,
Hello,
man?
gentlemen.
How you doing, Shogun?
Well, just finished packing.
Shogun's going on a trip in his favorite rocket ship.
Little Einsteins. I'm downloading the patch right now, the hotfix, whatever it is.
He's flying through the
I'm almost
skies
done.
in his Eclipse.
Well, I've been actually flying my Gladiator a lot recently, actually.
Still is
Gladiator's spectacular.
freaking sexy looking ship. Just
The
not
Eclipse?
there. No, the Gladiator.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful ship.
It's like the
Dude,
F8.
600
Beautiful, but not functional.
Yeah. Dude, the 600i has an exploration module
Yep.
along with the Carrack.
Ooh.
So, like, those ones might be the ones to take out there instead of the MSR. Like, the MSR is probably something like actually running data. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you see
600i, I think I have
exploration? Where do you see the exploration module?
The
It's part of the
600i.
package. Sorry.
I was gonna say the 600i Explorer, the exploration version.
Oh, just the actual.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it says the exploration module is designed to bring luxury and comfort to those long-haul exploration missions in deep space. In addition to the Explorer module's comprehensive scanning array and utility hardpoints, this module offers an increased cargo capacity to make sure you have all the room you need for extra supplies or for bringing back more discoveries. The bridge contains a mapping table and additional slots for avionics and utility systems. The exploration module also adds a garage with a deployable ramp for ground exploration.
Yes. I had the exploration model. That's about 600 IS. I don't know if you want me to say the name or not, but yeah, that one is exploration model.
Okay, so you could take a Carrack or a 600. Those will have a heck of a lot more quantum fuel as well.
Even the 400. The 400 is exploration ship too.
Series as well, I believe.
Ooh, Craig is saying the Corsair, which I agree with, but
True.
it doesn't have that like how do I put that? It doesn't have the ground like it doesn't have the module to actually map out planets. You know what I mean? Whereas the Carrack and the 600i look like they'll actually have modules to map planets.
You make very good profit from Hull C. 700k a mission. If it's working. The issue is if it's working.
Yeah, that's what you gentlemen are doing, Halsey.
Yeah, it's Money Making Mondays. We're just kind of chilling, talking about Citcon, what we think may or may not come out.
Mm-hmm.
Rat farts. I think it's because this other Hull C is... Oh, it's not in this spot, so... I just gotta reposition around.
The Halsey's a beautiful ship. I'm not gonna lie. With the spindles out, it's a beautiful ship.
It is. But the issue right now, CAD just doesn't work sometimes.
Do you think it's the server? You want to try and go to a new one?
Yeah, we could try like a completely dead server. For some reason during peak time they don't like it.
I think the Aquila and the Corsair are going to be planetary exploration, while the 600i and the Carrack are going to be interplanetary exploration. But dude, I don't think they're gonna not give us a map. It'd be nice, don't get me wrong, but I think they have a hard enough time getting people out to play the game right now.
Yeah.
Maybe for 1.0. I don't know.
And I also
Are you
think
gonna
they
hop?
want people to test it. I'm gonna try I'm trying to go in and out real quick.
I think you're flying in this guy's box. Be careful.
Vehicle must remain stationary. We are stationary.
Just give it like a 20 count or a 30 count. Maybe it just takes some time.
Yeah, it's usually instant when if it's gonna work or not. I'll give it a sec here.
Well, it's just I'm seeing a whole bunch of other. Are we in our box?
Yeah, we're in our box.
What about the guy to the left? Is he in our box?
No, he's not. But
Really?
he's not offloading either.
Well, because like
Maybe
right
it's
now
just
it looks like we're in
too
the
many
same
people.
box to me.
Could just be too many people trying to do them on this server. Alright. let's go to pad, server hop. We'll have to wait a few minutes for a whole C, but that's not a big deal. We're just chilling anyway.
Where are you guys at? I can fly to. You guys are at and spawn my whole C and give it to you.
Yeah, but the second you log off, then it's gonna brick, so better off just
No,
waiting.
so I can meet you at whatever state you're at. Log off and then join and then spawn it for you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but then it won't work once we're trespassing. It's
Uh,
where it goes downhill.
you got the sniffles, pal?
Yeah, dude. A little under the weather today. A low-grade fever and slept all day.
That's not very becoming of a nice gentleman like you, man. You need to wake up.
Well, if I'm sick, I'm sick.
I know, dude.
Yeah, Sheriff. David's been around the block. He knows a lot of folks. Had some good talks with him.
That dude started speaking Spanish to me, dude.
David did?
Yeah, the one gentleman that's in the Discord pretty often.
Yeah.
A flying clown.
He speaks the Espanol.
Yeah, it caught me off guard. He started speaking Spanish back to me. I was like, what the heck?
Cat, I think we're gonna see Nyx. I think everyone's saying we're gonna see Nyx with Citcon. I don't know when, but it's gotta be soon.
Grappling's coming up soon. I think grappling's coming soon too.
I hope so. I hope even just a basic iteration.
Well, that's what I'm saying, cause like the salvaging, like the redoing salvaging and all that, that's just the baseline. Like that's just the base model for crafting. You gotta have materials to craft. Gotta start somewhere.
Maybe that's why they were so angry about the NDA getting broken or whatever.
We're gonna give that discount to buy ships. Everything in Warville, right? Because of resource drive. And they're gonna remove the ability to buy ships because crafting came out.
The 5%. Woo!
Yeah, to build ships with blueprints.
Do
You're
they know
saving-
who broke the NDA?
The group that was doing all the flight testing. They didn't say specifics, but they said that they dropped the entire group.
Yeah.
Wow.
So whoever was doing the flight testing broke NDA.
And ruined it for everybody.
Because literally the first day of flight testing, there was posts about it all over the place. So
One bad apple.
yep.
Dude, let's be honest. It was probably like 50 bad apples. Okay? Let's just be real. Think of the player base. Think of the honest player base. How many people want to exploit, glitch, or hack every single part of this?
A lot. What's up, Wander? How you doing tonight? What do you think? EU?
Send her, bud. I made you leader.
Send an EU.
Down for the world.
Where were you in before? USA?
Yeah, we were in the US. Usually US at
Okay.
this time of night is wonky with Pulsey. It works really well when it's on a dead server. So maybe it's just the amount of freaking requests going on at each station, blah blah blah.
Possibly. Possibly. Holy smokes.
Hmm.
What the heck, Dave?
All right, Sheriff.
The big boys.
If we're going just pure fun, and I mean pure fun, ADBs. ADBs all day. Like just Gatling guns, ballistic Gatlings. I just they feel and they look amazing. If you're telling me like you want to go meta technical DPS, I mean it's gonna be probably attritions and but yeah.
Absolutions.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We're definitely gonna try that. I freaking guarantee you that.
Yeah, we are.
You know what? I wonder. So we run 4 absolutions and then 4, attritions to break the shield or whatever.
I would almost want to switch that up. Put four size 5 attritions up top and then 4 size 4 um whatever they were called, salvations.
Salvations, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes.
Or maybe even switch it up. 2 size 5, 2 size 5, attrition absolution or
What about just 8
salvation.
deadbolts?
Oh man.
That'd be pretty nasty.
I mean, dude, if they come out with some new weapons for ship guns, if they come out with like expanded railgun versions instead of dropping them off at size 3. Oh, if they come out with lasers. Oh man, imagine a turret full of like size 5 lasers on it.
Beam
Oh my god.
weapons for
Beam weapons.
smaller
Yeah.
size, yes.
What about distortion beam weapons too? Oh my god.
All right,
You have to be
so
within like 500 meters for them to work.
how much
But then
deadbolts? So a
like
deadbolt?
think of yeah, we're looking like 13k DPS, man, or something like that.
Okay, so I'm pulling up the address, right? Let's see. The
Okay.
laser beam weapon, the Exodus size 10, does 15,000 DPS.
Doesn't have any gun.
So if it was size 5, let's say it's doing, 800 DPS.
I'd say 1,000. Because like I'm looking at all the other stuff, and like even deadbolts have almost 1,200 sustained DPS. Burst DPS on the other shit gets up to like 2,000. Like an attrition 5 has 1,400. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But if it has
So,
range,
I don't think they're gonna have range. I think it's gonna top out at like
2K.
3k, 3k on the high end where it does like nothing, 2k at max damage, something like that, or even 1.5k at max damage.
Am I going to pay off my CS? Never. Never. Never pay off my crime stat.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
How long are
Aaron.
you looking at?
10 minutes.
Thank you.
10
As it
minutes.
says.
Oof.
It's a 15-minute expedite. I thought it was 10 minutes. Expedite.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever. You know what? Let's explore the station and find something new.
The station.
Something new and stupid. Like hot dogs.
Wait. Whew.
Let's go eat some hot dogs.
Yeah, you would. It's just too bad you can't treat it like real life.
Go
You
duel
kissed
each
it
other
with
for
your hot
10
dog
mil.
before.
Slop doesn't have 10 mil. He's broke. That's why we're doing
I am
this.
broke. I had 8 mil actually.
Food and drinks. Follow the arrow.
Am I going the right way?
You are.
Yeah, I am. Who needs a map when you have Luck.
Intuition and luck.
Yeah, intuition.
Intuition. Burritos. All right. Dude, why can't we eat this pizza? You have this freaking pepperoni pizza sitting here, tempting me, and I can't even eat this? What the hell, dude? Hey, can I
Dude,
use
I want ice
this?
cream in real life so bad.
Ooh, ice cream.
Dude, going with like pralines and cream, and then like
What is
a
a praline?
strawberry.
Don't
It's
they
a
sell
nut.
ice cream in the game? Dude, like, look at these noodle dishes. Like, why can't I eat these? Why do I have to have this cheap pack of noodles that's been sitting up here for hours in the steam? No, no, no. They even have a pizza shop where you can't take the pizza. What is this, blasphemy? Yeah, that's what I thought it done. I was like, I swear there was ice cream somewhere.
Yeah, it's over by me, dude.
What?
I've been eating it. It's over
Where?
here.
Where?
Right here.
Where? Ice cream. Ice cream. Hmm. And it does give you the different colored ice cream you selected. So I got the chocolate, I got the strawberry. This one's coffee flavored. Mmm.
Coffee.
Oh, I love coffee ice cream.
Do you think they're going to implement food buffs of any kind? They got all this
Eventually.
types of food.
I think it'll be like, oh, hey, you eat this, you might get thirsty, more thirsty or whatever, but you get like plus 5% stamina.
Do you think if you eat 75 double dogs, you're going to have explosive diarrhea?
I think he'll get a negative 5% to reputation.
Alright, let's see. Do I eat the chopsticks too? No. Alright, good. Because that would have been kind of funny.
Buzz,
What? You
please
just
come over here.
you're
You pushed
in
me
the
into a wall. You pushed me into a wall.
You're a part of the wall. It's a feature.
Feature. All right, I'm logging out and in.
Alright, see you in 5 seconds.
Cool.
Look, a sign that says stairs where there's stairs. Thanks, sign. Back soon.
So you come out with crafting. What's the first things you do? Like the very first things you allow people to craft?
Ammo for weapon FPS.
Okay.
Maybe meds, ammo meds, your day-to-day usage stuff.
So day-to-day usage stuff, food included, we'll say.
Also, pledge items.
Double dogs.
No. The very first things. Not like we're not talking from like what should be included, but what is included. You know what I mean?
Oh, my fault.
That's 2 double dogs down. Can I break
Wait, whoa.
the
No.
record?
Ew. 2 hot dogs at once, dude. Slow down, bro.
Oh yeah, that's
Children watching.
3.
Just children watching, man.
Star Wars, shouldn't you be in bed by now?
He should be.
It is a school night.
Yeah, ammo meds would be, I think, the absolute bare bones.
Yeah.
But I think,
Fuses.
yeah, fuses you can already craft with Vulture and Reclaimer.
Probably gonna change it a little bit though. That's the only thing that I can craft.
So the first things you bring out, right? The multi-tool. you're like, I mean, you already have that, but like, you actually have a crafting station. You're looking at multi-tools, ammo, maybe not even all ammo, maybe only the basic ammo, like P4, P6, stuff like that. You might not be able to make the missiles, you might not be able to make the railgun stuff, but like basic ammo, basic weapons, maybe basic armor. So maybe not Morzov, but like like a 30% armor. You know what I mean?
Do you
What
think they
else?
implement the blueprint like a schematic where you need to find the schematics with it?
Oh yeah, that's why I've been mapping out all those places in contested zones, man. Remember we heard that they're gonna like you're gonna have to get the blueprints or whatever from all those data pads. Dude, are you in a lot? Are you in a hangar?
No,
Where are you?
I'm still over eating hot dogs.
Oh my god, you toss.
I found the double
All right,
dogs.
dude.
I'm
I'm gonna get a
making
coffee. I'll be right back.
Going for the record, boys.
you should be getting a crime stat right now for doing that.
Yeah, probably. Could you imagine the size of my dude's stomach right now? If I had eaten, I probably just took down like 20 of them. Should have
That's disgusting.
a debuff of like, you are about to explode.
Well, you're wearing the monocle.
Hell yeah.
I barely wear that thing. I only wear it when I have my a certain outfit on. Most of the time I wear it.
It's the only eyewear that I have.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Let's see how many people
I'm
are
in a
on this
cutter.
server. Do 69 players on the server. The whole server.
The cutter is not a fighting ship.
10 double dogs, your crime stat goes up. Yes, for sure. Okay, so ammo, meds, multi-tools, maybe guns. But do you think they'd implement the upgrade system with that?
Welcome.
At least maybe bare bones.
What upgrade system? Like upgrading like
Upgrading your
rifles
weapons,
and stuff?
upgrading your armor, upgrading your chip parts.
I think that's gonna be the right direction they go. Cause you gotta remember they want like armor classes and stuff like that too.
Well,
So I think it's definitely on the way.
they really need a money sink. And that would be a big money sink. I would make it incredibly expensive, mats wise, or, to buy stuff outright, to farm it up, whatever. It needs to be expensive. Because right now, your average Joe mission even makes you 50 to 100K. So having, let's say I want to upgrade my P8 AR to have, a higher fire rate or a bigger magazine capacity or something like that. I want it to cost freaking million, a couple million in resources to be able to do that,
Oh,
even baseline.
To the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by.
I don't know about million.
Your vehicle
I think so. For a permanent upgrade to a weapon, to learn the schematic to be able to produce that, you should be talking millions.
Oh, for schematic, yeah, schematic, yeah. I missed what you were saying. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you say schematic.
But I want it to be expensive, expensive, expensive.
All right, I'm back. Dude, I don't think you're being expensive enough. Let's be honest. We paid what? The equivalent of 4 or 5 mil for some weapons. For the current shiny weapon with no real upgrades, you're looking at like what? 50 million
Yeah.
for a look. So
Ships and hanger, by the way.
right, okay, right now for a freaking scope that gives you 10% recoil, whatever, it's 2 mil. Just a scope. I'm thinking you're gonna wind up with guns that are 40 million. Maybe
Yeah.
even 50.
Tia makes a good point though. They have to keep a cat. They're not all players like we are. You know, where they're playing a ridiculous amount of time.
No, but that they still have a gun out right now that you can get from Wicklow for just a shiny skin that is 15 recumbent whatevers, right?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And that works out even on the cheap side to what? For an average player, 15 hours of gameplay, 30 million, on the market minimum. Like right now, the an average player's time is worth 2 million an hour.
You
Give or
been
take.
in?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
I see
good
you.
enough.
Alright.
But dude,
What's up?
Hmm?
Oh, Serenity had a question. I was just saying, what's up, Serenity?
Oh,
But yeah, I don't disagree. And yeah, that is with today's economy. No bases, you have no cost of anything right now.
dude, they already said missiles or whatever are on easy mode right now at 500k.
For Torps, yeah.
Torps. Torps are 500k. That's gonna be going up to like 2 mil a piece. I'm just saying, like, right now we're on easy mode because we're in the alpha. It's gonna be getting harder. It's gonna be going up more. Shit's gonna be persistent in 1.0, right? So for the alpha, we're looking at what? 10 to 15 mil on a P4 easy for an extra, 5 to 10 bullets, an extra 10% recoil or whatever spread reduction.
Hope so.
And
I
you
hope
do
it's
that.
expensive.
I know you do that because
Yes.
that would be your gun. We're not losing them.
Nope. And yes, we are excited for Citcon. Very much so. That's why we've been talking about it.
And like, Fuzz, think about it. What if you just needed actual one SCU of, like, to make the gun, just the gun itself? You need like one SCU of Stellaron, one SCU of Quantanium, one SCU of Hadanite, and then you also need like 5 pieces of Janolite or some weird shit like that. Or you
Yeah.
need some Atlassium. Like, that's still gonna be there. Like, I get there's gonna be the initial cost to get the blueprint, and then to make the gun, it's gonna be expensive too. And I'm thinking it's gonna wind up being, for a fully upgraded like tier 5 or whatever they come out with, 40 to 50 million in
Easy.
today's prices.
I hope so. So you're talking about a 50% upgrade, and that's what they said. It will be 50%. Whatever you're upgrading.
And I don't know even any industrialist that wouldn't drop 50 mil for a top of the line gun that you don't have to replace.
Or 50 mil for a quantum drive that's 50% faster.
Like, how much money do those industrial guys make?
A ton. I
'Cause-
mean, if they're doing this day and night, that's what they enjoy. This is their loop, doing cargo running and stuff like that constantly. They got to be loaded.
Like, you're telling me if they came out with like a potbelly trucker armor, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks like, what's that guy from Overwatch? Roadhog. What if it was like a Roadhog armor, and you're just sitting in it, you got like a freaking, trucker's cap on, you got this big pot belly, but it holds like, I don't know, all your waste, so you don't never have to go to the washroom. Or some weird, you know what I mean? Like, people would drop in-game money on it, is what I'm saying. Like, they're happy to drop 50 mil on some crazy armor that they only have to get once.
It gives you it gives you some like ego boost when you're wearing it.
Gives you a +5 rep on your your hauling rep or whatever.
It gives you the ability to consume 20 double dogs without diarrhea.
How about this? You you only have to eat twice. You get like a 200% food intake allowance instead of a 100%. You last longer.
You have a 200% reduced need to use the restroom. Wearing the trucker thing.
Dude, how long do you think till they actually have like drugs in game, where it's like, oh hey, you can take these I don't know, Hercaceps, and it just gets you awake while you know what I mean? It gives you a 5% increase to cargo hauling.
They give you instead of
movement or
what
whatever.
what is it that Adderall is what they use in school now to keep your focus, you know,
Oh yeah.
Hatterall or something stupid like that.
Haparol.
Haperall.
Zadderall?
You can stay
Zadderall.
super focused.
You get a 5% reduction to mood, but a 5% increase to the learning speed of blueprints or something.
Freaking stupid.
Uh,
Yes. Do it. Drugs
you
that
drink
make you
enough-
handle G's, yeah.
yeah. You
Well,
drink
that's what
enough
the flight
coffee,
suits will
your
do.
base. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't stay awake with Percocet. That's for sure. At least when I've had it. Freaking
In Baltimore City, you do.
what was it? When I had my shoulder tear, they gave me Percocets, and it made me crash out like a freaking brick.
Timber. I still can't get that image of you out of my head.
What, me fighting someone?
No, just you're like, I don't even need a taser. I'm just gonna bear hug them and what is it? Control their descent.
Control descent to
Oh.
the ground.
Hey, buddy, timber. What? Timber.
I got 8 years in law enforcement. I've never touched stupid taser. It's a it's a tool to use in the tool belt, but I've never needed one.
Do taser for like the heads on the tasers? Do they ever expire?
Yes, they have I think it's a 2-year expiration on them, something like that, because it uses a explosive cartridge to shoot them.
Okay, so like in 2 years, could you tase me?
No, they take
when it-
them. The company
Oh.
takes them.
Oh, that's no fun.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, is it loading? Is it loading? Yep, we're loading.
Okay,
All right, we're good.
Do you think we're ever gonna get tasers in game? Do you think that's one of the new weapons they're talking about?
Oh my god, please.
Like,
Just so I can
what
run
if they-
around going, taser, taser, taser!
But dude, what if they come out with actual bounty hunting?
Like, where you
Think
need
about it.
to put them into a prison cell? Yes,
Where you taser them.
please.
And even if it's just a bot, like maybe while they're tasered, they can't
Backspace?
backspace for 5 minutes
Yes.
or something like that.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Oh my
Give me
God,
that
we would throw
gameplay.
So many people in the brig.
Give me that gameplay right now. I would
Oh.
live that gameplay. Fuzz, the bounty hunter. Taserface, the bounty hunter.
No.
I would have to go
Yeah,
back
I'm
to
off,
my
guys. Good night.
Nightletics.
Later.
I'd have to go back
Right.
back to my freaking ugly she demon whatever.
They call me Taserface.
I'll be
What does that even mean?
Taserface. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, we are still loading. Good. Taserface the bounty hunter.
Oh,
See, that wouldn't be so bad. Like, the second you get them into your brig, let's say you have them for a minute or two to talk to them, and then they get sent to the mission completes and they get sent to Glacier or whatever. But it would be really cool if I had to take them to Glacier.
okay. So what about this? You have a high value, like we're talking end game bounty hunting, right? Where you have to capture this guy. You need the highest of the headhunter rep or highest of the bounty hunter rep. Yada
The
yada yada.
headhunter rep.
You need the highest of the bounty hunter rep, right?
Yeah.
What if it was like legitimately a half-hour endeavor to do one of these missions,
It would be
but
awesome.
you got paid $1 million for it?
Dude, I would do it for free.
But what I'm saying is, right now, players' time is usually dictated by money, right? What players want to do is dictated by money. So what if it was 25 minutes, 20 minutes on the absolute speed demon run? You know what I mean? And you have to capture a prisoner, even if it's an NPC prisoner, you got to, you know, break into one of their like reclaimers out in space that they're using as the body farming ones. You know what I mean? The old missions they had, where the reclaimer was like a body farm. They
Yeah,
harvest
yeah, yeah.
organs and stuff. Yeah, yeah. You break into one of those, and you got to capture the lead guy, and you got to take him to prison. And if you do a player contract, it's like, I don't know, maybe half that.
Serenity makes a really good point. Imagine if
What?
they could intercept, like, other bounty hunters could intercept you while you're transferring the prisoner.
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
What if once you put the guy in his like Cuddy Blue holding cell or whatever, right? He can't backspace
See, I
for
think
half an hour.
I think
20
if it's a
minutes.
player thing, that would be really tough to implement. Like,
So, what if they tied it to the amount of time he would get for the crimes he committed? Say once you're in that cell, that holding cell, that counts against your time in prison. And if you spend an hour in that cell, or would that just be
that'd be too
too
much.
wouldn't it?
That'd be too much. I think if you have, once they're in the cell, you have 60 seconds to talk with them, laugh at them, whatever you want to do. Sit there going, "Haha, I caught you," and then they get sent to Glacier. That would be reasonable.
Okay.
A
What
few
about
minutes
this?
or whatever.
Hear me out on this. You put him in the cell. If they backspace, they wind up in Klesher, right? If they get brought in, they get reduced time for being in the thing or for whatever it is. If it's say you have a CS5, you get 26 hours. If you're in that holding cell for an hour, you get 10 hours off your time. Something like that.
Yeah, maybe
You know what I mean?
you
Like
could
what if it was
opt to stay in the cell.
yeah. And if
That'd
you
be
stay in the
a
cell, you get like a huge increase, like a 1000% increase of time served.
I mean, I'm not against that. I think that'd be a much more fun factor for both parties. For the RP-ness of it, right?
Yeah.
Like if you opt for them to take you to Glacier itself, that time
Mhm.
is deducted from your time in Glacier at an expedited rate of some sort.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. No,
But
I
like
like that a lot.
because if you get a CS1 or CS3, sorry, and you get your 3 hours or 1 hour or whatever, what if it is you get a 10 times increase? So you spend 10 minutes in a cell getting talked to, and then they drop you off at Glacier and you're pretty much out.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Like, who's going to care about the 10 minutes? You're going to take your little ego whooping for 10 minutes while they make fun of you getting caught.
Yeah.
And after that, if you reach your maximum time limit of 1 hour or whatever, like you'll have a little countdown of how long your current sentence is going to be. And if you spend more than that allotted time inside it, you can backspace and wind up at your last respawn point.
Dude, I'd be all for that. And you know we'd be sitting there RPing the hell out of them too. Oh my god, we would. If we were on both sides of the fence. Yeah, and that's another good point. If you like, if your buddies can track you, and they can hunt down the bounty hunter and try and get you out, it gives you a chance to be rescued from the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
More realistic gameplay experience, I guess.
Cargo service requested.
I would love that. I think that's a win right there. Opt in to stay in the ship.
Cargo service request acknowledged. Stand by.
Lippos sent the video, by the way.
Oh, did he?
Cargo service request acknowledged. Stand by. Cargo service request acknowledged. Stand by. Cargo service request
Come on.
acknowledged. Stand by. Cargo deck.
There we go. Yeah, that is true. Even if it wasn't reduced, though, it'd be worth it for the chance to be rescued.
Yeah, and if you knew no one was coming to your rescue, or you knew they were just going to not take you to Glacier, you could just backspace right away
Yeah.
and wind up in Glacier.
But for the chance of getting picked up by your buddies. Or for the bounty hunters,
For cargo transfer.
if they get a bigger reward if they actually deliver the person to Glacier itself.
Cargo transfer initiated.
Here we go. God, that sounds fun. But yeah, imagine a ranged taser of some sort. Even if it's like, quartz range, 20 meters. Does that be what an actual taser can do? It's about, 20... more like 25 feet. On the far end of the spectrum. Could you imagine, rounding the, creeping up on Sloppy here. I have him on bounty. I'm like, gotta tase him. Bzzzt. Right here. Taser, taser, taser. Beat.
I'm just over here drinking my water.
Slowly drag him to the ship. And usable in stations? Oh, that'd be, they would have to have a CS3 or higher.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we could use that in checkmate? We'd just be walking around tasing everyone.
Yeah, but then the guards would shoot you with real guns.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you're only going to go down for a minute or two if they do add tasers. I don't see anything more than that.
Service complete.
Yeah,
Mission
2
terminated.
minutes, and then you gotta retase him or
Service
something.
request acknowledged. Stand by.
Oh my god, that sounds like so much fun. I want it now. See, it says Everest to Pyro, that's actually Everest to Magnus. Everest to Pyro. Everest to Magnus. Am I losing rep? No. I want Everest to Magnus. Or Everest to Pyro, not Magnus. Give it to me. Give it to me! Hey!
Did it work? Did it work?
Got it this time. Only took like 7 of them. Yeah, David, the comma rays are for taking down the eyes in that area. So, like, if you go to the comma ray above Hurston and you were to go in there and hack it, it would take down the ability for people to get crime stats, like charge crimes, until someone hacks it back. So they're 100% hostile. You have to take a little dragonfly or pulse spike from like 15k or more away to get to them. So if you went and bought a dragonfly, load it into your Cutlass Black, boom, you just park like 20k away and just take the pulse spike there. Yes, it is amazing, Serenity, if it works. The last time we took the eyes down, it did not do anything. Because I hacked the comm array for Sloppy, I don't know, last week. And it didn't actually take the eyes down. There used to be a mission, though, that would pop up for people if a comm array was taken down. It's been a while since this was active. But it would say, like, what was it, like, retake the comm array, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever happened to those, man?
Or retake Correa. That was the best. Second someone aggroes Correa, you get the mission pop up, retake SPK. Just made SPK so much more spicy.
Alright, you get to bring one mission back from the old days or add one new mission. What is it?
Retake SPK.
You wouldn't add any new missions?
I don't know. I missed that one the most because it was fun. Because you knew there was someone there. You knew you were going to run into a player.
Yeah. Camping outside the station waiting for them.
God, it was so
With
fun.
friggin' P6LRs. Land. Come on, land.
Alright, so this Pyro or CFP versus Headhunters coming out. You think it's going to be a mix of ground and air, or be focused on one or the other? So I haven't looked at any of it.
Dude, from what they said, it looks like it's gonna be both, man. I don't know how accurate the information we got is, but
Yeah.
like if I was CIG and I wanted to be a real sneaky little sneaky snake, I'd put out fake missions in the PTU.
I think CFP is gonna be hard to win on this one because everyone's headhunters.
Yeah, good job, Fuzz.
Sorry, we might have ruined that. Yeah, I hope it's all out war because we had this cargo thing that was all out slinging boxes. Now we need war. We need ridiculous amounts of fighting. Enough of the PvE side. Give us some action now. Bring back Dedatrine or something. Like, you already have the sites for Dedatrine. Bring this back and just have people hash it out there.
Yeah. I still think they should have something where you can't fly anything bigger than like a C8 in. Or maybe you can only take ground vehicles. Cool. Alright, well let's check out what they got on Spectrum today. Wicklow is the absolute worst. Ooh, that's a... Damn. That's rough. Shit. Fuzz, you there, bud? This is a new post I haven't seen before on Spectrum, and it's just kind of sad. I don't even know if we should talk about this one. Yeah, never mind. You guys can see it on Spectrum if you want to go check it out.
Is it a post by Sig or is it a post by just some random?
It's a post by a guy. I'll send you a copy of it. But what else we got? So some guy brought up the other day that there's a lot of lackluster gameplay, but I think it's all just attributed like the shit that's about to come out, man. Like a bunch of the systems are missing, and this isn't a game yet. This is still an alpha. I don't know. Some guy's talking about organic gameplay, how he wants like supply chains and routes that make sense. I mean, yeah. Do you think they're ever going to come out with the like actual gameplay, where like actual statistical gameplay? Like, say you have a bunch of people that are rearming at a station, right? They're rearming their missiles, they're rearming their ammo, yada yada yada. Are you going to have to do hydrogen missions, uh, weapon and ammunition missions, uh, RMC and CM missions in order to get stations to actually, do you know what I mean? Like, to actually be able to refuel people. Do you think that's ever going to come out? Like, to the point where maybe they'll have a backup in where NPCs are going to be delivering hydrogen and ammunition, like ship ammunition, stuff like that.
It'd be good if they did.
How difficult would it be to do that? Because like if you had a surge in an area, let's say there's one station in Nix, right? And you need to go to that station to rearm, refuel, repair.
Okay.
I will say, guess what? It is extremely low on fuel right now. The people have used up most of the fuel reserves, most of the quantum, most of the hydrogen. It's all pretty much gone. So prices increase dramatically, like 100, 200, 300%. But if you do a mission there, if you take your Hull C loaded with hydrogen fuel, or like hydrogen, or you take your your mole with quantanium, or even a starfare filled with quantanium from wherever, you can sell it there at a 300% markup.
I think that'd be good. I think a markup for the services would be good. I don't think they'd be able to implement like you can't refuel at a station at least.
Why not? I want you on it. Like, I'm not trying to like antagonize. I just like
Because then the
devil's
gameplay
advocate.
would
Why
stop.
not? But would that be part of the game loop? People then selling, hey, I got a starfare here. I have the only fuel in all of Nix. Come to me. Guess what? It's 1 mil of fill-up. Would that create emergent gameplay? Would that create player, like, organic gameplay? Like, genuine organic? Like, oh, shit, they're out of fuel at this station, and no one wants to drop it off. So now I either have to go back to Stanton, maybe I have to take a ride from someone or whatever. Like, at what point does it become too hard and not a game? That's kind of what I'm getting at. Is that point?
Yeah, I think that would be the point. I think a fluid system where prices go up and down based on usage would be a good implementation of it. If nobody's doing a mission to bringing out fuel, then the price of fuel goes up drastically in that area. So
you
give a
still have
boosted reward.
Yeah, but you still have NPCs going out there and doing it, right? You're still going to have NPC crews with starfares and hull Cs delivering the shit, whether it's a C2 or a hull C or hull B or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So you'd still have, it's just like ammo, right? Right now, you buy all the ammo, all the railgun ammo, you got to wait an hour for new railgun ammo to come in, right? What if you had to do that?
Yeah. I don't see an issue with that. I think there's having limitations unless players do it. But yeah, I don't disagree that players will abuse it or ruin it somehow.
Well, but I mean, they're gonna ruin everything anyways. People are gonna draw dicks on whatever they can, not just actual drawing dicks, but I mean like they're gonna draw dicks on the servers. You know what I mean? Like if they can abuse a mission, they're going to. If they're gonna box glitch, if they can, they're going to. If they're going to armor glitch, they're going to. So, what if you have an NPC escort mission? Hey, we need you to escort this NPC. He's bringing $10 million in quantum fuel over to Station X. We want you to meet up with Station Y. He will pull you into quantum with him, and your guys are going to jump together. And if, you know what I mean? There's
So
a
what
chance
would
you get
stop
jumped
me
by.
from stealing that fuel?
What would stop you from stealing it?
Mhm.
Huge rep loss, to the point where you would need to grind 10 hours to get back up to that level.
Or like station, you can't go to that station for the next 10 days or
You
something
can't.
like that.
Yeah, we'll say like a permanent rep loss or a 10-day rep loss or some major thing where it's like, yeah, you know what? I can make 10 mil really quick, technically. But also, if I protect this guy, I get 1 mil for a 20-minute run.
I wonder what ratio would be from players in the game versus player delivering. Yeah, that's so many unknowns with this. It's fun to talk about though. It's fun to think about it. Like, I hope it's all player economy. Like, personally, I know that's not gonna. That wouldn't be the ideal gameplay.
Well, yeah, look, I don't think they're ever going to do 100% that, but I think there's going to be hydrogen areas where you're going to transport hydrogen to and from. I think there's going to be mining, like Quantanium areas where you're going to get the Quantanium fuel and refineries and shit.
I mean, look at this Hull C mission right now. I'm delivering hydrogen.
Exactly.
So why not have the Hull Seers delivering hydrogen between stations? Actually, all the stations.
That's what I'm saying.
Boom. 700k to run this to wherever.
So
There it is.
I'm trying to get to the, like, what is the point where it no longer becomes worth playing?
Yeah, and that's the fine balance, I suppose. And like Tia was saying
Like,
there, like big orgs would then just ruin the game. Yes, and they have to find that fine line. Because you need
dude,
to
I don't
make
know
it smaller group, be able to
how
feel
will
like they have impact.
Oh, 100%. But how does a mega org ruin the economy? What do they do?
Flood whatever's the best profits.
Okay. How does that ruin the economy though?
It doesn't.
It just changes it,
It just
right?
changes it.
And so it's like in any game. Think about Call of Duty. Season 1, the best gun is an AK. Season 2, it's a DMR. Season 3, it's a, you know what I mean? It just changes every freaking season. And there's probably going to be some varying life cycle of commodities where now hydrogen's the meta, now copper's the meta, now datatrine's the meta, now whatever is the meta. And it's just going to constantly change.
I don't think they're gonna have orgs be able to control a random station outside of their own. So I don't think that's gonna be a real problem of finding fuel, stuff like that. Your basic day-to-day necessities, I don't think they're ever gonna take into full player control. Ammo, meds, fuel.
I mean, how often do you actually need meds? Not very often.
No, I find
So,
enough to stockhold my inventory for ever.
exactly. But what if you got a mission to bring, you got a $1 million mission to bring this SCU box of medical supplies. But you got to bring it out to frickin' Nyx, and it supplies the station with like, I don't know, a couple thousand like Hemazol pens or whatever.
Yeah,
A couple thousand. Yeah,
I think that'd be a good. I think that'd be a good way to implement it to keep people moving stuff around, or the prices just keep going up, up, up.
and I mean, if you have an NPC crew, and I mean like no player on the ship, genuinely like an NPC Hull C or an NPC C2, going around and doing that, would that keep the minimum required amount to get in and out of station? You know what I mean?
I mean, a whole sea holds a lot.
You have a Starfarer come in and offload its fuel in station. It's enough for 50 to 100 ships. You have one come every, half hour. If no one uses that station for an hour, it's got enough for 300-400 ships, something like that.
Yeah, Tia makes a good point though about player blockading, so stations get effed over. Yeah, it's
But it won't
true.
be a dead station, man, because you can still get around it with a group. Like we could abandon that station entirely and just take our own Starfare out there. You know what I mean? Like there's always a way around shit. You just have to be willing to do it. And if we what if we do go out with like a Starfare because a station's being blockaded? Like, all right, well we got, X amount of quantum fuel and we're selling it at 250K a fill up. Would you pay that?
If I needed it, yeah.
You want to go do like 2 or 3 missions out in Nyx? Are you gonna make that like? You know what I mean? At what point does it become worth doing? At what point does it actually just ruin the game?
It's a hard say, because your average Joe, let's say your 10-hour a week player,
Doesn't go out to Pyro,
doesn't go out to Pyro, isn't gonna want to do all that stuff.
but they don't want to go out to Pyro anyways. You know what I mean? Like even now they don't go out to Pyro without us pretty much dragging them out there.
Yeah, there needs to be incentive. High risk, high reward needs to have a high reward.
And not every casual player has to go out to Nyx. There has to be a reason for them to go out there. There has to be a way for them to get out there, and there has to be a way for them to sustain themselves out there. I agree. But it doesn't mean they have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you dumb down the game to the point where even a casual player can do everything without any effort, I mean, why not just put it on a mobile game? Why not just. Do you know what I mean? Like, how much anger was there when they made Tier 0 where you couldn't take people's helmets?
I miss taking helmets.
But do you know what I mean? Like, casual player, oh, I lost my whatever set. Okay, well, you can just buy another one. Well, now I don't want to play anymore because I'm going to lose my stuff. Okay. Well, then we're going to give it so it's Tier 0 now. You're never going to lose anything.
Yeah, it's finding the fine balance and whether or not
It's too easy or too hard.
it's too easy or too hard. I think having a progressive gameplay is a good thing. Having endgame being hard is a good thing. I don't want every player to be like, yeah, I'm just going to go to Nyx today and fly out there in their starter ship and think that they're going to survive.
Like, you shouldn't be able to take an Aurora out to Nyx. I'm sorry.
Like, it should be hard.
Think of every other game ever. You don't take a level 1 player and put him in Badlands. You don't take him out to BRS. And that's in vanilla WoW. That's like, even now, you don't take a level 1 player and put him wherever.
Yeah.
So, if you have a casual player that wants to be by themselves and play solo, doesn't want to take any chances, doesn't want to learn any of the basic fundamental gameplay, and I mean the basic, I'm not saying crazy stuff. I'm saying, oh hey, here's how the chat works. Here's how to talk to another person. Here's how to like that's what it gets to, man.
Yep. If they set it up to be progressing Stanton, you start out, you starter zone, right? That's your level 1s. Then you get you're able to get some basic tier upgrades, so like your tier 1 armor and weapons, whatever. Then pyro is your tier 2 and 3. Or
Okay.
I'm spitballing ideas, just shooting shit out. Then pyro you can get to like tier 2 and 3 for your gear, weapons, upgrades, and stuff like that. Then your next is your end game stuff or whatever, but they do need that progression, and they do need it to be difficult. And if your ship isn't at that point where it's upgraded enough to handle it, it's going to get shit on.
And I think Terra should be in there as well, at a tier 2 or 3, maybe even tier 4 endgame type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just in different manners. That's where you're going to
100%.
get your best industrial parts. That's where you're going to grind out all your super hardcore, law-abiding rep. You know what I mean? But then also, that's where you're going to grind out your super hardcore illegal rep in Pyro. Or in Terra.
Yeah. And
And
Serenity,
guess what?
I want that so bad. We talked about this just the other week when we were blockading Everest thing, the Everest blockade, whatever. If a
Yeah.
dev went and dropped a Bengal on
Oh my
top of us,
God.
we would have been
God.
like, hell fucking yeah. Let's
I love you,
go.
I love you.
Do it.
Let me touch it.
Do it.
Railgun me, daddy. Like, what do they have? Like size 12 or size 15 missiles or some
It's
torps on it? What is
ridiculous.
it?
It's ridiculous. And that giant freaking cannon on the nose that probably makes
But-
a Idris railgun look like a pea shooter.
Wouldn't that be crazy if that was in game though? Like, legitimately, they have dev correction in game. They have like one dev just monitors in-game events and goes like, you know what, this guy's having a real tough time. Let me help him out a little bit, and just goes and helps him. Or like, oh, Everest is getting blockaded. It's been going on for about 45 minutes now. Let's spawn in a little something else. Maybe not a javelin to start,
Use a
but
couple
maybe like,
UE Idrises to
yeah,
go after you.
yeah.
Had to go. The dogs had a dispute over food. Oh no.
Dude, that would be amazing if they had that in Star Citizen. And not just in 1.0, but like now, where they're actually actively interacting with the player base in game. So people know there are devs that give a shit. Because, like, how many conversations have we had with people who are like, I don't think these devs know what they're talking about. I don't think these devs play the game. I don't think these devs do this.
But then, I mean, you said it yourself. The dev you talked to at Bar Citizen, he's like,
Yeah.
I can't hop into the game because people just freaking kill me.
Yeah.
So I can understand that wholeheartedly, because even when I ran a Rust server for a good while, and everyone knew I was the admin on the server, and if I tried to even play, everyone
they
would just
couldn't.
focus you every time, every single time. So I can't imagine on this kind of scale where you got way more people.
Adjusting vehicle configuration for cargo.
But you know what I mean? Like, how do I put this?
Even if they were ghost mode, like not there but there, you know what I mean?
Just something.
But goddamn, that would have been awesome if a freaking javelin swooped in and started fighting us. Oh,
Like, what if, hear me out, you just have like one account for the dev, like for like the game devs to play on, and it's just called like Big D's or something like that, and they spawn
Big
in,
T's.
they spawn in like a correction, you know what I mean, where like a correction fleet, where it might be an anti-pirate fleet with 40, top level fighters, top level NPC fighters, and a javelin, or an Idris, or Polaris's. You know what
Night
I mean?
as. Oh, yes. Do
Oh
it.
my god. He's an
Do-
M plus. A sweet summer child.
David's having a dog fight at his house. Hopefully your dogs are okay. Freaking dogs can be brutal. That's why I only have one. One dog.
Hmm. So, put in my. Oh my god. But like, what do you think? What makes you want to stop playing the game right now, Fuzz? What what gets you burnt out, tired, whatever from it?
The bugs. 99% of the time it's just the shit not working as intended.
Ooh, that guy just crashed into the station. That whole
Bad
sea
day.
behind us.
That was a whole sea zooming by that fast?
Yeah,
Because he was moving.
yeah. But like, how do I put this? The bugs can be fixed, right?
Correct.
Gameplay is coming out. So let's say all this gameplay is out. Let's say you got your base building, your crafting, you got your super, you got your 1.0, you got your NPC crew, the whole 9 yards. What do you think is going to get you to be like, maybe I'll play again in a week or two. Maybe I'll play again in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Maybe I'll take a, what what do you think that will be?
What would
Looking
counter
into the
that?
future. No, not what would counter that. What do you think it will be? What do you think you're going to look at and you're going to be like, ugh, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to play this. Because that's what's going to kill the game, right?
Correct.
And we've done enough of this where we get a pretty good view of what's going on in game. So what do you think it's going to be?
If base building isn't enveloped enough where you, for the future, or to succeed and maintain, they need to create a way that your base becomes an entity for you to maintain. You need. I don't want to see daily upkeep. I don't want to see that. If I need to log,
Okay.
like, you don't want to force people to log in every day to upkeep your base, or else it goes away forever. Because that's a bad thing. Because your casual players are going to be like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not going to do that. But if you gave a buff to your output of your base, if you were to log in, let's say, like, they're going to have their refineries and mining rigs or whatever on at your base. If you log in and do some work at your base, it increases your efficiency for that time, for a 24-hour period or something like that.
Mhm.
That would be a good way to keep everyone going and happy. And wouldn't you do some base maintenance if you
Well,
got a refinery bonus for 24 hours or something like that?
but does that go into FOMO too much to the point where it creates like kind of a negative, I'm forced to do this? What makes you think I want to do this out of my own free will?
Yeah, and that's the hard part. You don't want to create the feeling of I need to do this every day or else I'm losing out.
So what if it's something like what would you want to log in for and maintain your base? To make it look pretty? To make it
But we
cool?
all
To
know I
make it
don't
like
care about how it looks.
no, but like what makes you want to log in and go like, you know what? Yeah, I want to log in and take care of some stuff. I want to log in and do this to my base. I want to add this. I want to add that.
See, I
Like
think
what?
it'd be something for me, which I enjoy, is being like in Rust. I enjoyed people online raiding me. Like, I lived for that. but nobody, well, I can't say nobody, but very few groups would online raid you. I'd ask for it. I wanted it. And even having something like that where you need to build, like, everyone's different with this. Everyone's vibe in this is going to be different with how they enjoy their base, how they want decor, how they want production, blah, blah, blah. I would want mine equipped for war.
Okay.
It'd be cool if they had the ability for you to get attacked by an NPC group. You know, you can opt in for that for a reward, or do that the same way for industry side or stuff like that. That would be a way to keep people interested in their base and upgrading it.
Well, what about something like that, right? And then add in like some homey features, like, hey, I got a large screen TV in my base and I can watch movies on.
What if do a watch party in your base? Yeah.
What if you legitimately could throw on like a link to Netflix, or you can activate your browser in your base and it's a giant TV, and you could have the boys there talking shit, you know, watching, like, rather than playing the game. You know what I mean? You're still in the game, you're still having fun, but you're watching, I don't know, Major Pain on your large screen fucking in-base thing. You can get a bunch of beers going. Like, we would do that shit.
We would. We really would.
I mean, we'd probably throw on something stupid like Little Giants or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Partner with Amazon so you can do Prime Video sharing. I mean, that's what Twitch does, right? You have to log into everyone has to be a Prime user or whatever to do you can do like a watch party with Twitch, but again, everyone needs to be a Twitch Prime user to do it.
no, but if you only need one person there, right? To activate their browser. I mean, just literally links to your browser. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be kind of funny. That'd be cool. You know, we would just sit there going through Urkel, though.
Yeah. We got a Mr. Not Tom. Do we let him up here? What do you think? Keep him out.
Hold on. Timmy's here.
We let him up?
Timmy?
Mr. Timmy.
Tim?
Timaroo.
The Timarooski? The Timothy?
I don't know. Oh, we flipping a coin for this? How does this work? We roll a dice? Magic 8 ball on the wall.
All right.
I already invited him. I'm so sorry.
What's up, guys?
The 8 ball says, nah, mate.
Oh shit, you're getting demoted. You're getting demoted. Kick him out of here.
What's up, Timmy?
Oh, what up? Yeah, I was listening to your guys' conversation. I think I feel like my big motivation for the base building is I want to defend it and then raid other people's stuff. The loot.
Yes. See, that's an enjoyment for me. Same thing. Like,
Yeah,
I want that.
Yeah.
I want... Now, if they did something... What was it? New World had a thing where you scheduled a time. Like, both parties had to agree to it. But you could opt to attack at Saturday at 8 p.m. You have an hour window to attack our base. But it was opted in. Like, that would be freaking awesome. Like, can you defend it? And if you defend it, you give that group a reward. If you win, then they get the freaking loot inside or whatever, whatever you opt to give for your loot.
Oh, dude. What if they had a variation of that where you had to, like, protect an important NPC there, or protect important cargo or ship or something, and then a bunch of NPCs attacked your base, like a fleet?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Yes, give now. Do it.
Raids would be cool.
Even if it's AI raids, I'd be all for it. And it would give it a fun factor.
Yeah.
And I gotta be able to destroy it. You know.
Even if it
You
was
got a
AI
base, I
raid
should be able to
ships.
blow it up. Yeah, they should. It should be like the helicopter in Rust. You know, it can still destroy your walls.
Or even
I feel like
the
it's gonna have
ability
to
to
be
AI
a lot
raid
like Rust.
bases. Raid AI bases for a mission set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like as long as people can get that out of them, they're gonna be less likely to full on, like, I don't want to use the word grief because that's not the right word, but you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm grief.
Well, no, but like there's a difference between griefing, where like you're exploiting and shit like that, and you're abusing some crazy mechanics, and then like you're just attacking someone over and over again. Attacking
Yeah.
someone over and over again, 100% in the pyro like rule book requirement, like Geneva suggestion type stuff.
What
So
if
does
you wanted
base
to do those
building
PvP
exist in
fights?
Stanton and Pyro then?
Supposedly it's going to exist everywhere.
That'd be cool. That would be supposedly cool.
But yeah, Echo, definitely a vulnerable window of some sort would be freaking awesome. Do it. That should be the same thing they do with stations too, like player stations. Give them like you have a freaking 4-hour window once a week that you're gonna get attacked, so you got to prep for it or whatever it is.
Do you get to choose it?
Yeah, the group would get to choose it. The owners would get to choose it. So then they're there to defend.
Okay. Do you think there should be some? Ooh, someone's tossing boxes out here, dude. Careful.
We're fine.
So are mega orgs always going to be a problem, or are they going to be the solution?
I think it's a balance of both. Because you're going to have orgs. We clearly have orgs that are set out to protect, and then we have orgs that are set out to be aggressors. So,
I think
or
the
you
faction
need to
can
hire.
have to. Yeah.
You need to hire people. Fine. We're a smaller org of, let's say, you're a smaller org of 10 people, and you want to participate in a fight. The chance to defend your base for a huge reward, or whatever it is. Hire mercenaries to come in and defend with you. And that's what creates the MMO experience.
I mean, that also did turn WoW into a cesspool with like the what was the gold rating system stuff where you had to like pay gold for any item dropped or whatever?
I don't remember that.
Okay, so what would happen is if you were a high level character, like a high eye level character, you could go into a raid and they would actually like you would essentially be carrying everybody else. And whatever dropped, the low levels would bid on.
Might have come in a
So-
little hot here.
It's fine. It's oh god. Oh god. Anyways, the low levels would bid on, and they'd be like minimum bid of 150 gold per item, or something like that. And this is for vanilla or whatever
Right.
throne
Ooh.
or Wrath of the Lich King. Sorry,
Oh, that was
that's fine.
that was a little close for comfort there.
But yeah, so they had, I forget what it was called, but the lower levels would bid on it, and then whatever the pool was at the end, everyone would split.
Yeah.
Do you think something like that's going to happen? Because that didn't ruin it, but it also kind of forced it. And then you got people with RMTing and a whole bunch of other shit going on. There's a whole bunch of weird problems with it.
Yeah, I suppose the issue with that is people are going to abuse that system then and just you got to put it into a spectrum of thought that people are going to abuse anything they can to
Everything.
try and make money, regardless of what it is.
Now, I think WoW banned that, but I'm not sure. Gold DKP? GDKP, that was called. Is just gold bidding on items. So all members of the raid go into the gold here. GDKP is a raid loot distribution system in World of Warcraft where players bid on items with gold, creating a collective pot that is then split among all participants at the end of the raid. This system incentivized gold buying, and alt raiding, leading to its ban in WoW's classic Season of Discovery and Anniversary realms, though it remains popular in other versions like Wrath of the Lich King. Like,
Okay.
I remember I did that a few times on my shaman, and I would walk away with 500-600 gold for doing a raid, or 700 gold. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Which was for
Those are quite a
an
bit
hour or
back
two
then.
of raiding. Yeah.
All right, so maybe to combat stuff like that, why not do an event where you fight the devs as an entire system against the devs for a reward of some sort? If you can beat the devs in freaking X amount of ships, you get a reward for the whole server.
But that doesn't really combat that. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's
That'd be a fun event,
fucking
but it
fun.
doesn't combat that. And is GDKP a bad thing in here? Like, if we're hiring mercenaries, is it a bad thing? Or does that just mean all the major orgs are going to hire up all the mercenaries?
Hmm.
And like, I don't think limiting org size is a good idea.
No. I think having big orgs is a good thing.
I just think it's going to mean little orgs are going to have to team up. That's all.
But that's the point of an online game.
Yeah. It's about, like, you're not going to get what you want all the time, and that's okay. Find a solution to get what you want some of the time.
So why not implement remember when WoW was a big factor because me and Slop had both played a lot of that, but when they came out with like the group finder, have that ability in game. I'm looking for 4 to 5 guys for X, Y, and Z.
Well, they're already coming out with that, though.
Okay, good.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're already coming out with a whole new social overhaul that includes the guilds, that includes your rep, that includes, like, your own personal rep settings on people. Yeah, I placed that there. What are you going to do about it?
Is
Van Duel
it
me over it.
empty?
Hmm?
Is it empty or full?
Hmm?
Did you really toss me a beverage? This is the first, ladies and gentlemen. Sloppy brought food. Let's see. Confirming. You son of a bitch.
Here.
Dare. I'm gonna throw this at your face.
There. Take that.
Oh, I'm gonna eat my double dog that I have. Get fat. I need another double dog. Mmm. Take what?
I put it on the console. There. Have that.
Oh
This, right here. Come on, you don't see that?
yeah. See the jerky stick? I don't need
Yeah.
food.
Have a snaggle stick.
A snaggle stick.
Have a little snaggle stick. A
Mmm.
little bit of snaggle. Oh.
Hope you don't have dogs. I do have a dog. I have one dog though. Just one. No need for more dogs. Hey, Sloppy. You want this beverage?
Is it a bean can grenade?
It's a grenade. Oh shit. Run! We're fine.
We're fine.
I hit right click to store it and forgot that tosses the grenade.
Nice.
How did Rust
Oops.
go the other night?
Dude, it was terrible. Well, we tried going on some modded server just to fuck around, and
It was just too
it
modded.
was too modded. To play Rust, like to actually give someone the experience, you gotta play vanilla, and that's
Yeah.
days of play. It's not something you just hop into. It's not a game you can just hop onto for an hour and do stuff in.
Okay. Speaking of that, should people be able to hop onto this for an hour a day or an hour 3 days a week and experience Nyx?
Not for a long time.
Okay. So, should they, how do I put this? At what point, like, no other game allows you to experience Endgame without a massive amount of time, right? How much time should you have to put into this to experience Endgame?
I would think comparative to most games, let's say 80 hours, 100 hours,
Okay.
till you can start experiencing some, like, the high tier experience of the game.
Like, think Vanilla WoW. You were looking at 2 weeks of playtime, give or take, right?
Yeah, let's say 100 hours of playtime to level up to 60, right?
And that's just leveling up. That's not another
Nope.
50 hours spent in dungeons grinding out your gear. So
But
is it too much to tell people that they got to spend 100, 200 hours at a bare minimum knowing what to do? Like those 2 weeks of in-game playtime. I'm not talking about like playing for 2 weeks to reach 60. I'm talking about vanilla WoW, you had to spend like 200 to 400 hours minimum to get to endgame.
yeah, it was a grind. I think that's going to be difficult with being that players have Idrises in their back pocket and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they've already spent the time on this. We're not talking about those guys. Those guys know exactly what to do. We're talking about casual players that come into the game. Like, I don't want to say do they deserve it, because that's kind of elitist bullshit talk, but I don't want someone who just hopped in the game yesterday with no playtime being out. 1.0 comes out and they're out wanting to be on my team because, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
It's like,
I do think there needs to be a finite amount of grind. Maybe not finite, a good amount of grind before you can access X, Y, and Z. Like, and even just because you own big ships doesn't mean shit, which is what I love about this game. Because even Idris pilots that have frickin' the biggest, baddest ship in the game can be taken out by a frickin' 50k ship called the Dragonfly if they don't know what they're doing. So the game has a huge skill cap, and I hope they maintain that. Are you T-posing in my ship?
I'll T-pose wherever I damn well please.
Dare
But how do you get new players to actually want to play the game? Is it just like all the other MMOs? Or I don't know how to put this properly. How do you make it easy enough for people to get into and hard enough where people want to stay?
I think you make your tier 0, tier 1 experience pretty easy. Like, not when I mean easy, I mean like right now. This is what I would consider like our current experiences in the game in Stanton mission set wise would be like your tier 0 to tier 1 kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like your merc missions, your the bunkers and stuff like that. They're pretty, your average Joe can do them. Pyro is definitely a little more difficult when it comes to the mission sets, and that's good. Then there's your tier 2, tier 3-ish kind of experience. And I hope Nyx is like freaking AI is
Rough.
alpha or whatever, not alpha, freaking Alpha pilot level kind of
Alpha.
AI.
Okay. Serenity's has 3K hours in space and just engineers and hasn't even
Still
finished the
hasn't.
tutorial.
What the hell? I never played Space Engineers.
Because like
Oh,
no
it's a
one
fun
bats it. Oh, yeah. But like no one bats an eye when you tell them they can't do this hard ass mission in WoW or Final Fantasy or any game. You know what I mean?
Until you've ground up the gear to handle it.
Yeah, no one bats an eye at that. No one bats an eye when you talk about Eve and you're like, oh well, you gotta do this for about 400 hours to get your ship and da 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 da. No one gives a shit. They're like, yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, people bought Idrises and Krakens and all this shit. All right, conspiracy theory. They already have NPCs done, but they're not allowing them out, so the new people that join in 1.0 will be forced to be turret crew and get some experience in the verse.
Plausible.
I hope that's not true.
Why?
I want to fly around with a kitted out tack so bad. I want NPCs on every turret.
Well, now you can get NPCs from, Are we getting close? Okay, yeah. I got interdicted the other day. I'm fucking paranoid now. I
I
heard
don't
the
care.
engines go. Dude, it didn't even flash for me. The
Really?
interdiction didn't flash. I got a little like weird sparks showing up, but nothing crazy. And then I was, you know what I mean?
So it didn't go beep, 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 beep.
It did not beep, beep, beep or anything like that.
Hmm.
Anyways. Yeah, that's my conspiracy theory. They already have NPCs done and perfected to the point where they could slap them in right now. But they also know in 1.0, we're going to get an influx of brand new people. And by not having those NPCs, there's going to be an abundance of turret crew and engineers and all these extra stuff where you can just throw someone in your ship and take them out with you, and it's going to help build the community more.
See, I think they should heavily limit NPC crew based on your base building status. Like it's a progression. Like you can get 2 AI crew or whatever, one or 2 AI crew. And they're gonna be like having a freaking brand new player in your ship.
Yeah.
And then you have to train them up. And as you build your base up bigger and bigger,
You have more
then you
housing
can get
for
more
them.
housing for your crew, but it's going to cost you more to upkeep it. It's got to be progression. It can't be something that we get overnight. It needs to be something that we work for weeks to grow. But it needs to be at a point where a casual player can do it still and enjoy it.
Well, I think a casual player will be able to enjoy a basic crew. I don't think they're going to have the best of the best crew because they're not putting in the time to get the best of the best crew. And it comes back down to no one gives a shit if you don't get to experience, ahead of the curve raid status in World of Warcraft because you only felt like playing 2 hours a week.
Cargo service request acknowledged.
Or get high ranked in PvP.
Cargo deck.
You ain't gonna
Exactly.
do that. You ain't gonna get that by playing for 2 hours a week, I'll tell you that much. Well, if they have a title called Warlord, I have to have it. I just have to. It has to be High Warlord.
Mhm. But yeah, man, like it's just, I don't know. They probably have an idea of what they want for the game, right? Whether it's an easy anyone can join thing, whether it's more Rust-like or whether it's more, once human-like in terms of how active and difficult and shit you have to be in it.
Okay,
Is
speaking
gonna
of
be?
once human, sorry.
Mhm. There you go. You go.
Look at, so think about the base rating in that.
Yeah.
It happens when you're getting the freaking
The deviants.
the deviant thing. That would be a good way to implement a base raid. If you're trying to get a certain mineral that requires, I don't know.
Hear me out. What if they just have it so bases aren't super expensive to build? Like they're still expensive. They still cost time and resources. And you better freaking prepare it appropriately. You want to have your big base? Go build it in Stanton. Go build your big safe base in Stanton or Terra on one of the major planets with all the protection and the UEE ships and all that shit. Go build it there. But if you build out in Pyro, yeah, it's probably going to get destroyed. So you better build a tactical base, bunch of turrets, a refinery, and a mining thing or whatever for your high value ore. And you better offload that cargo within the 12 hours or whatever.
Yep.
Like maybe there's just going to be a bunch of small bases out in Pyro that are refinery bases
Oh, fobs and
or
stuff, yeah.
basic shit like that.
So I'm not going to put all my time and effort into a base that's guaranteed to get destroyed.
No. And the only people that are going to have those bases out there that don't get destroyed are those mega organizations, whatever you want to call them.
That get the protective shield or whatever.
Yeah. Because I'm not going to lie, man, when we played that ultra modded game, and I was just like, dude, there's bases everywhere. This looks like shit.
Well, that's how the game is normally anyway. Space is absolutely everywhere.
But shouldn't a base be something of pride? It should be like your tier 3 like tier 3 weapons type thing. It shouldn't just be, oh hey, it's everywhere.
Well, the scale on that modded server is astronomical compared to vanilla. So everyone's just building ridiculous bases because it's easy to get the materials. In vanilla, it's a grind.
That's what I mean. Like, is this going to be the midway point where, guess what? You want to grind for 2 or 3 hours? You can make a small base. You want to grind for 2 or 3 weeks? You can make a medium base. You want to grind for 2 or 3 months? You'll have your big ass base. You'll have your tier 3 or tier 5 refinery that can handle everything and it's super quick and it has the best efficiency and yada yada yada. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like, how do they get that happy medium? And do they just say like, hey, casual players, I'm sorry, but you guys gotta fucking grind a bit. I don't know what to tell you. Because then you're just gonna have orgs do it, right?
Correct.
Is
It's
there anything
finding-
wrong with telling someone they have to be a part of an org in order to have a base?
No. Outside of maybe a bare bones, here's your hangar, here's base structures. To
Yeah.
actually progress your base, you got to put in the work. There's no other way around that. I don't think they should just instantly give you, a refinery, a mining rig, a fuel, ability to get your own fuel constantly, stuff like that. That should be, you should have to work for it.
Because I mean, even in Once Human, to get up to there, it's gonna take you a couple days to get one of those logging bases or whatever, or a day
Yep.
or two to get one of the logging bases. That's of grinding it. So why is it such a difficult ask to be like, you gotta grind it? I'm sorry, if you're a casual player, you gotta grind the game.
Yeah, Echo, I think there will be. I think a base is going to be a part of it. If you're like an extension of the game, but I don't think it's going to be required.
Do you think it's gonna be required for NPC crew though?
Maybe.
Or are they gonna live out of your ship?
They would need a place to live, or you'd pay for rent at a station or whatever, maybe. Something
Okay,
like that.
so you drop them off at Stin, at Loreville or whatever, Crusader. Maybe the NPC crew out of Loreville gets increased industrial proficiency. The one out of Crusader gets increased fighting ability or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And Night
The
Serenity.
one Night, take care, Seren. Maybe the one out of 18 gets increased FPS, and the one out of Babbage is just a well-rounded. Because like Elite Dangerous had you pay per mission, they get a commission out of whatever you do, but you didn't really have to pay to. I mean, I guess you did. It's been so long since I played that game.
Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
Never touched it.
It's okay.
It's probably because I was degenning in Rust for years. Crusader would give you better selfie pics? Yes. You would get enhanced feet pics from Crusader.
Damn right.
How you doing, Hook? This is a good little run here of Hull C missions since we swapped servers. So we're up
I mean, yeah.
5 mil right now. Oh, 5 mil on the dot.
Shit, that ain't bad.
No. Just for freaking chillax playing,
Do you think Wicklow belongs in game? In the current state, with all the weird shit he's asking for, do you
No.
think he belongs in game?
No.
So on Spectrum, one of the posts is Wicklow is the absolute worst. I gotta be honest here. Wicklow's dumb. Silly recipes, the rare materials needed, and how they are delivered. It's a huge miss. I really hope he disappears into obscurity when we get crafting. Want Big Boom Idris gun? Bring Wicklow 50 hot dogs, 50 pure Karenite, 20 favors, and 22 2 cruise grapes. It's like this isn't a real recipe, but it doesn't make sense.
I agree with that. I'm not a fan of Wicklow personally. I think it's a swing and a miss as well.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. I think if it was for aesthetics only, be a little different. Like if you were trying to get some paint liveries or something like that, you had to bring them some oddball materials here and there for that. But it doesn't make sense to bring them this, and that for this. I don't know.
But what if it was, let's say this is 1.0, and it is permanent to your account? Or not permanent, but it's on your account. And if you pay the insurance or yada yada, you keep it, right? Is it worth it then?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, you get a livery, right? You get a bunch of A-class parts, and you get some valuable guns, right?
Yeah, I think it's valid. Sorry.
Like, I'm just trying to... Because
But
you
does
always have...
crafting pull that out? Like, if I can craft it, why wouldn't I craft it on my own?
Who says you're going to be able to craft all these parts?
No one.
Who says you're not going to come across a bunch of these parts? I mean, the livery thing, 100%. What if that's the only way to get it? That's the only way to get the livery. Does it make it worth it then? Or you just count the A parts as a bonus, but really you're just paying for the livery.
What if they just made him specifically for paints and armor skins?
Would you still pay the same amount?
No, God no.
Exactly. So maybe it is just a bragging rights thing. Like the Enduro armor, man. How much of a bragging rights thing is that?
A lot.
You know what I mean?
Because it was a shit ton of work to get it.
Exactly. But now it's a shit ton of work to get, a gold and white or whatever, gold and off-white anything. Whether it's the Polaris, which is a unique skin, whether it's the Star Lancer, or the C1, or the F8. I mean, an A2. It's a new way to get it. You don't have to just grind missions. You can go and do a bunch of all the other shit.
How can they make it more fun? If they want to maintain it, how can they make it more intriguing to do?
Okay. In Once Human, you could switch out different materials for different materials. Right? You put in the boar skin or the boar hide or whatever, and you get acid resistance or something. You put in this and you get, damage resistance. You put in this, you go faster. What if they had that where it's like, hey, I want you to put in one of these 3 items, one of these 3 items, one of these 3 items, one of these 3 items. You could customize it a little bit. And you come out with an F8 that has +5 distortion resistance, +5 speed, and, whatever. And you still get your baseline F8, but you come out with an upgraded F8. You come out with an F8 with a custom skin. You come out, you know what I mean? And you get the weapons you want on it.
So make
What about
him
that?
an upgrade piece instead of just a paint
Well,
piece.
no. instead of just a paint piece, like right now you're getting the upgrades as well, right? Like mill A parts are still upgrades right now. Stealth A parts are still upgrades right now. And that is a way to get them. So why not just give like slightly more variables to the point where you actually do get to customize your ship a little bit? And yeah, you're paying for the white Wicklow skin, or the chrome armor Wicklow skin, or the Anna Enduro armor skin. But you get to choose and customize it a little more.
See, that would be a little more intriguing than to do. Giving a customizable option is a good thing.
Well,
so if it's
and
just
that
an
way,
armor skin, it's like, all right, it's just another armor for me to throw on, right?
mhm.
Yes, it looks cool. Yes, it's bragging rights and stuff, but there needs to be some more function.
Yeah. So what if you get like a tier 3 piece instead of a tier 1 piece or whatever? Now you get to like customize it a bit to the tier you want, and you get to choose what items you want to go grind. Like maybe you have 6 Valakar fangs, but you don't have the 6 whatever items are required for the other one. You're like, you know what? I just want the F8. I don't care what it comes with. Now I have a bunch of different ways to get it. So I can come in with, 30 Atlassium instead of 6 Valakar fangs. Because it's easier for me to go do an Atlassium run than it is for me to go do a Valakar run. And I just want the F8. I'll upgrade all the parts myself. I just want an F8 with a cool skin. So now I get an easy mode if I really want, based on my thing. Whether it's cargo hauling or industrial or yada, yada, yada. But it's not going to have, 5% acid resistance or something like that when flying through acid clouds.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Would that be worth it to you then?
Yeah, maybe a little more. And maybe if it's catered to early game players, your more casual players, because your guys like us are gonna go for the end game shit all day long.
Every time. Yeah.
And if it's more based on your casual-ish players that are looking to get some upgrades in stat inside at least to be able to progress forward and get out to higher tier stuff so their ships or gear can handle it.
Okay. And I got one for you. What if they made it persistent? Where, by that I mean, you take that mission and you turn in those 5 fangs or 6 fangs or Atlassium ore, you see the part of the ship that it went towards building or something. Even it's just a visual front. You're like, hey, so here's the Atlassium. Like, oh, okay, so here, this paid for 20% of your F8, and that made XYZ. Or is it just he already has these ships and he just wants to trade them? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why you can pay him 50 double dogs to get 20% of your F8.
You want to fly us to fly Cerberus real quick? We'll do one more of these.
Cool.
I have to use the restroom real fast. Be right back.
Okay, bye. Did we offload complete? Yeah, we did. All right, what else they got going on here? Tressler, Bahini, Everest, and Seraphim should be handcrafted. The space stations above the main landing zones in Stanton should be bespoke and made by the corporations, which purchased the planets. This would not only make sense lore-wise, but would also enhance the gameplay for players. Right now, those main stations are the most traveled destinations, and it's really monotonous to see the same assets everywhere. Also, it does not make sense that every single space station in the biggest economic hub in the galaxy, Stanton, is made by the same Rest and Relax rest stop company. Here's how the stations should be themed. Attach pics. I mean, cool.
Hey, Circle K's are everywhere.
Yeah.
It could happen.
I mean, yeah. And yeah, someone's just I don't know why, but I want to say it. Thank you very much. I don't know who you are, but your idea of a loading screen is a great idea. I mean, yeah. Those like info loading screens when you load in the game.
Oh yeah, I did appreciate that.
Uh-oh. From a former CIG developer. The truth about what really happened with the backers' money, about mismanagement and incompetence during development.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I want to touch that one with a 10-foot fucking pole.
Surprised. I mean, isn't Spectrum managed by devs already?
Yeah, I think this is a former one that's posting on the forums.
Price CIG allows that.
Yeah. I mean, this one is... Oh, shit. They might not have seen this yet, to be honest. It was posted an hour ago.
All I want is for the hangar to be a little bigger in the tack so I can put an MPUV cargo or personnel. Then I'll be happy.
Oh, in the top with the Fury hold or
Yeah.
whatever? Yeah.
The Fury hold bothers me. It could have been so much more.
I mean, dude, it's also... It can go on planets. You know what I mean? It can dock pretty much anywhere. It can do pretty much everything. Does it really
Attack.
need it? Yeah. I mean, it's small enough and large enough. It can go pretty much anywhere and do pretty much everything.
True.
Fuzz, you here, bud? I see you crawling around. What are you doing back there? What are you doing? Get away from me. We're here.
Taser, taser, taser!
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. One sec. Wait. Here we go. My hands are up, sir. My hands are up.
You just swung your fist at me.
No, 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 no. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting.
Stop resisting.
He's reaching.
Reach for this, guys.
Let me inspect this. 1 second.
I mean, anybody could post saying that they were a dev, too.
Well, this guy's apparently providing evidence. I don't know if... let me just check it out real quick.
He's also been terminated, and now he's an angry boy.
Yeah.
Oh, they're talking about... Okay, so a little while ago, CIG, like 4.3.1, a little while ago, like this patch a little while ago, they they bought an expensive cinema and art piece, I don't know what you want to call it, for their Manchester building, and it's not like a little thing. It's like, and then there was a couple talks of all the money they spent on kind of what the studios look like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the life size, the in-person Citcon and a bunch of other stuff. So it's nothing really new.
No, that's nothing new.
But yeah.
Do I agree with them building a cinema?
Heck yeah, dude.
I mean, there's worse things they could spend their money on.
Yeah. Yeah. But okay. Let's look at the pros and cons of it. Pros, hopefully, the people that work there really enjoy it. And it makes them more excited to come into work. The workplace looks better. And they're happier to work there. Maybe they'll start doing tours of the. So, back in the old days, Blizzard used to do tours of the studio. Maybe they're going to do tours of the studio with their fans that come there.
Yeah, valid.
But also, I forget who we were talking to. They were looking at the actual equipment and shit like that they put in. They're saying that's at least $1 million in equipment alone.
Oh, it's definitely not cheap. It is definitely not cheap. But how do you know that some other investor didn't pay for that to be done, or some company didn't sponsor it?
Yeah.
You just don't know. Because freaking cinema company could be like, yeah, we'll sponsor that for you.
And also, so this was a video by Camera Eye or something like that. And the dev he talked to apparently left in 2022. So it might just be completely out of date information as well. I don't know. I think I don't know how to put it, man. I think a lot of their shit's fan given too, I'd really hope it is.
Good night, boys. Oh, well, not good night, but I got a flight to catch.
Have a good trip, Shaggy.
Later, man.
I will.
We'll see you we'll see you in a week?
Sunday. I come back Sunday.
Well, don't have too much fun.
I will have too much fun.
God, didn't you just go on vacation last week? Jeez. Does this guy ever work?
Actually, I work a lot. It sucks. That's why I go on vacation. But all right, gentlemen.
Have a good
I
trip,
will
brother.
Keep you guys updated.
Send us some
with my life.
screenshots of
I can't. But
oh,
I
you
might.
bum.
Yeah, Bob.
We'll see.
Send us a
We'll see.
picture of you on the beach if you're by a beach.
I'm by a beach, but okay. I got you.
As long as her name is Beach.
No, no,
All right,
no.
you guys- No. All right.
He's married, I'm not. Send me all the pics.
He's married. I'm not. All right, y'all dumb. All right, boys.
Later, brother. Have a safe trip.
Later.
Later.
Can you believe that guy leaving us for a vacation? How could he? How could he?
Uncalled for.
Without
Uncalled for.
without taking us? Ah. Okay. So anything to do with them getting X, Y, and Z, think about all these companies that sponsor even just streamers. Buy them freaking ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
I would be surprised that at least some of it wasn't provided for.
Dude, especially considering he worked in the frickin' industry. Like, didn't he make
Yeah.
Oh, the one with Freddie Prinze.
Yeah, he was a freaking movie producer, wasn't he?
Yeah. Like, you're telling me he doesn't have connections to what studios? They're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna get rid of some of our shit. You want it? Like, hey, this it's secondhand goods, but it's better than what you got. You want? Like, yeah.
I
Or
mean,
even it's just like friends that
I
would.
don't know.
Sorry. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I like them spending money on making their day-to-day life even a little more enjoyable. That might increase their production, that might increase their happiness, that might increase their desire to stay playing. I'm not against any of that stuff. Now they're obviously limit it because this is funded, but if the product's coming out, people are going to be happy.
So there's a couple negative posts on Spectrum right now. One of them saying, "Is it safe to say we won't be seeing Engineer delivered by the end of 2025?" There's a little more than 60 plus days left in the year, and the last Vulcan TPV didn't make it to the channel. Like, they did say engineering was supposed to come out with 4.0. They made it kind of a big deal about it, right?
Yeah.
And then they cut it out saying there wasn't enough bandwidth, there wasn't enough this.
Over promising is a trend that's been happening since the inception of Star Citizen for sure.
Yeah.
And that is one thing I don't
But
like. I mean, in the professional world, that's something you always try not to do, right? I feel like that's pretty well known. Like, never overpromise. Always kind of set expectations low, deliver things high. But I think they just get excited, or they plan something, or someone has a good idea, and they're like, "Oh, we can do this," and then they tell everybody. And I think that's a problem. Like,
but
I'd
they've
rather
been
be like,
brutally honest with the game. Like, it's been actually compared to other game developers. Look at GTA 6. What have you heard about GTA 6? Exactly nothing.
yeah,
It has been dead silent.
Ooh, you heard rumors that your players might age over time. Like your character, your in-game character might age over time.
For GTA.
Yeah.
But like outside of that, there's no gameplay footage, there's no nothing.
I'm not. I'm kind of okay with that. And just because when it comes out and it's great and it's awesome, then you're super happy, right? I feel like Tarkov does a little bit of 50-50. They've also overpromised things, but I feel like they've gotten better at it. So they tell you about half of what's going to come out in a patch or an update, and then that update drops and there's like a bunch of new stuff that they didn't talk about that you're like, "Oh, this is so sick." And that would be I think that would be well received with Star Citizen.
But comparing those games to this, it's in scale. The scale
Yeah,
of this
true.
game is astronomically bigger.
True.
Like think about just one planet in this game. How much stuff is actually
Yeah.
on the planet? Yeah, you might not use it all on the regular by any means, but there's so much more shit in this game that I don't think their crew of a few hundred developers or whatever it is can reasonably test any of that.
Yeah. It's a big undertaking.
This is a huge game. It's huge. And I don't have a loading screen. So suck it. I don't have to wait 15 minutes in a queue to get into a map that's the same map and it's customs because anyone that plays Tarkov plays customs like a savage. The hell with woods. And a true Giga Chad goes into woods with a pistol, and that's it. God, this game is so. It's so close. It's so close.
Or Converse Star Citizen.
Star Citizen.
Yeah, it's close.
It's just it does hurt waiting for it to come out. I'm not gonna lie. Like it hurts waiting for the station responses to come back and the UE Navy to come back and a bunch of the missions and like okay we crafting and and it's like oh this is all great. It sounds amazing. When?
Please.
When?
Sloppy. I hit master.
Do you get a new mission or something?
I don't know.
Look for the new mission.
I don't know.
And cargo hauling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But there's a whole bar to master to finish.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't have any new missions that I can tell. I have the 7-Eleven, but that's no different.
After you hit past the master level, a call automatically goes out to a therapist, gives all your personal information.
I hope so.
Tells
I really
you,
hope
Like,
so.
are you okay?
Dude, I've done how many of these whole sea missions? That was just to get through experienced? Or what? No, senior. Senior took forever. Forever.
Ooh, here's a spicy one. People don't actually want PvE only servers. They simply think CIG can't deliver.
No, that's not.
That's
I
silly.
think people want PvE servers. There's PvE in Rust, there's PvE in Tarkov, and it's all well received.
Yeah, but I don't think PvE in this game will work. Like a strict PvE, because they're already you're gonna have systems that are so think about Terra. I mean, Stanton already is, if they had security implemented, like the old security, where they freaking popped in ships after you to try and kill you if you came in with a CS3 anywhere near a station, you're being freaking shot at by a UE fleet.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, perfect. But yeah, it'll be good times. Hopefully, Citcon is going to be great.
Yep.
Hopefully, they got some huge news that we're all chomping at the bit to hear. And I'm hoping that it's NG, base build, and maybe Nyx.
No way.
All
It's
at
a base
once.
build. No way.
I don't know, man. If they had base building in Citcon last year, it's gotta
If
be.
it's
It's
base build,
gotta be.
I'll pledge another big boy ship, but it's not base build.
It's gonna be base building. Anyhow,
If it's
guys.
base building.
Have we had any updates on the Pioneer?
It's still
No, that's only for.
still in the works.
Isn't that necessary for base building to even come out?
No.
No.
Oh no.
You got the Starlancer BLD. You have
Oh, yeah. Forgot
the
about that.
CSM whatever tiny little thing to build your small bases. You have your a bunch of variants they're talking about, and I'm pretty sure if they drop base building, they're dropping a variant or they're dropping some other ship that can build small and medium buildings. But yeah, Fuzz is we doing anything else? We calling it?
No, I think that'll be it for the night. We'll wrap up the
Alright.
stream here. We'll freaking catch you guys tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Usual time, usual place. we got any big plans for tomorrow? What shenanigans do we want to get into tomorrow? What are you thinking? Anything spicy?
Dude, I kind of like spice. No, we don't want to move cargo boxes. That's
No,
gonna
no,
kill us.
no cargo.
Did we go bounty hunting? We could do prison breakouts.
All right, bounty hunting, and which we know will end up sending us to prison. Okay,
And then we
got
break
it.
out of prison.
Then
Shitty
we
armor
break out of
tomorrow, okay?
prison. Yeah, shitty armor.
Shitty armor. Okay.
All right, y'all. We'll take it easy. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.